blah, blah.
RENARS PODCAST.
Fuck. And that's been your music for how long now? As an entrance for fights?
I think I used it twice.
Okay.
Long time ago.
There you go. We have Jon Callaway in the house. Yeah, this guy. I know him for a while now from Stunts. That's where I met him. And dude, thanks for coming over. He looks like he's getting ready for a fight right now. It's like, what the fuck?
It's just the entrance.
Yeah. So, Mr. Mr. Callaway, how are you doing today?
I'm wicked. All good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, wicked.
What did you do this morning? Anything fun?
Some research, a bit of reading, some taxiing jobs for my nephew.
How often do you try to read? Is that your thing?
Daily. Well, I'm podcasting daily. I've got like 5 books. I probably should I should focus on one at a time really, but I kind of read pages a day from each books.
No, that's very good. I think it's a good habit to try to at least like 30-40 minutes a day. It's good for your brain. To be honest, I've been lazy. I listen to podcasts all the time because it's just so convenient. You put your headphones on, it's fine. But reading, it just kind of develops different aspects, and it's a good habit.
Yeah, it's good for acting too, really, for script reading and stuff.
There you go.
Just practice, isn't it?
There you go. We're gonna get straight away with your acting. How's that going? How long have you been acting now?
Probably like 3-4 years, really. Yeah, just a little bit. So I started out really doing like shorts. I guess how everyone does. I've done some acting education work, but nothing degree level. Just the school of life, really. It's one of them, I think. But
you heard that some actors being asked this question, like, do we actually need to, or do they need to go to school and study acting? What do you think about this? Like, would you need to go to drama school, or you can just maybe take some courses and kind of have understanding what it is, and it's fine?
It depends on the character you're playing, really. If the character is similar to you and your life journey, it fits in easy.
Yeah.
So if you play those roles, like how The Rock plays a similar role in everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It depends how diverse of an actor you want to be. So then you've got to, I guess, educate in all aspects of different roles. Whereas for me, it's the bodyguard and...
Well, fucking welcome to the club. Like, I've been playing all the time Russian baddies.
Right.
I don't recognize you. That's actually a line from fucking Vikings. I don't recognize you. And the next thing you know, I get killed.
Standard stunts.
Exactly.
But it's good to get a line every now and again.
I know, but like recently I decided that I don't do acting anymore. I just I feel like I'm so pigeonholed, I'm so typecasted, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, anytime I get in touch with my agent, so anything's coming up, it's like, oh no, Russian stuff. It's like, I can do other stuff. I could be Ukrainian baddie.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know. So for you, that's what you see yourself. You see yourself into acting, or if it comes, it comes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll progress it as I go. It depends how the world is turning out, really.
Yeah.
Where the media's going to go, because a lot of it's going to podcasting and live show stuff. I mean, movies are still big, but like I said, they're kind of, the market's so saturated. There's not amazing stuff. Actually, I watched the film. I messaged you the other day.
Yeah, you did. I didn't open that link.
Like
shit. What was that?
Let's go. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh right.
Wow, what a film! It's crazy.
I presume it wasn't like a big budget stuff. It was just some.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah. I think it's
into acting because of stunts or other way around.
Well, I wanted to act anyway. I was throughout my fighting career. I was PTing. And fighting at the same time to complement each other. But I met Buster. He come into Buster Reeves come into one of my gyms one time.
For those listeners who don't know who's Buster Reeves is probably one of the coolest stunt performers in the history of, especially of like last 20, 30 years. And then he was stunt performer, and then afterwards he's a stunt coordinator. And probably the most prominent part what he did was in Troy when he doubled
Brad Pitt,
yeah. And it was that fight where everyone knows that when Brad Pitt is fighting that other king, Hector, yeah, and that fight was insane.
Yeah.
And they literally, I remember the conversation. They were looking for someone who can do Superman, like in this case, not punch but Superman thrust, and who can jump that high. And they were like, who's like cool like kickboxer? And Buster Reeves at the time was the world champion, and he was just insane athlete. And there's still videos on YouTube. I'm probably gonna put just to show like his conditioning videos. He sit a box split on 2 chairs, and him and someone else was smacking his legs with like a fucking wooden stick, and it's just insane. And so when they thought of Buster to get him for that part in Troy, he actually jumped higher, like 1/3 higher than they expected. Like, he's just insane athlete.
Yeah, he's a boss.
And crazy dude.
Yeah, he's a G. But yeah, so I met him. He walked into the gym, and I was fighting at the time, so I'm in the fighting spirit of like, I'm hard as fuck, blah, blah, blah. But he walks in, and I was like, who the fuck is that unit?
What gym was that?
Over in Lightwater.
Yeah, his nose is beautiful. He should be a model, actually.
Yeah, he's a model to me. He's a role model.
Yeah.
Mate, I don't care. I felt his energy when he walked in. I knew he was a gangster. So I was like, who the fuck is he? I like, want to find out. Got chatting to him, and he was like, mate, get out of fighting. You end up getting brain damage. He was like, get into film. And a bunch more money. So, I mean, everything's meant to be in that aspect. That was when I started training for the Reg while I was fighting. Not a good idea to do both at the same time.
And Reg, for those who don't know what they mean by that, it's a British stunt register, short Reg register. And in order to qualify in UK to be a stunt performer, you need to do 6 disciplines. I think you can choose out of like 8, 9 different disciplines. And and then Buster kind of said like, do stunts instead.
Yeah, get out of it. But I was going to act anyways after. I wanted to act, but I wanted to fight really. That was a priority. But life throws obstacles in the way of all sorts, so I've got out of fighting earlier than I wanted to really, but much more beneficial for brain damage really.
Do you remember when was that when you met Buster? How long ago?
When they were filming Tarzan.
Oh, right. Yeah. I wasn't on Reg at the time. I remember that guys were talking about working on it. It's probably about 8 years ago. Fuck, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Because I got on Reg 7 years ago, and I think I was training for the Reg, and I heard that people were working on Tarzan.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went and did an observation day on there, and I was just like, wow, these boys are legit. So
sweet.
Straight away I was like, that's where I'm going to go.
Yeah, observation day means for young stunt performers, like stunt coordinators, give this opportunity just to come on a set and see what's up, what's going on. And I like how some stunt coordinators are just like really cool, like Wade Eastwood, who does Mission Impossible and stuff. When I would go on his observation day, he's like, "Oh yeah, guys, put some choreo together, like see how you guys move, blah blah. Thank you, for coming." Some coordinators, I'm not going to give names, they're literally going to squeeze the last shit out of you. Like, clean mats, put mats there, do this for me, do that for me. And that one coordinator, he never hired me. I did the whole hard work for no money, and he never got in touch with me for a job. So that's observation days. Yeah, now, when did you qualify on Reg?
About 3, probably about 4
years.
Think so.
Sweet. And since then, you're always doubling big boys. Not always, but quite often.
Well, I mean, I've doubled only a few people, really.
Oh.
I wasn't purposely putting on size. I didn't want to get any bigger because I didn't fit any actors. So I was like, I won't put on any size to try and get more jobs. And it didn't. And I just got the job recently for the dude that was huge.
Yeah. Well, tell us about that. So it's in Fast and Furious. Yes. What's the guy's name?
Alan Richson.
Yeah, and
he's the dude that played Jack Reacher. Yeah.
Played or he's gonna play? Is it like?
Yeah.
Is his stuff already out with him?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say if he's in what film.
Oh shit! No, yes, we
We
are.
should check.
No.
It'll
It's
be on
fine.
the credits.
It's on IMDb already.
Is
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I can double check and put it on the wall. It's most
Yeah,
likely
yeah,
he's
yeah.
already shown, because it's all about spoilers. You're not
Right.
allowed to say what they're doing it, but
Yeah, for advertisement's sake, probably better to get it out there.
Yeah.
For
So it's
sure.
like he's doing this, and that's totally fine. And that guy's massive.
Yeah, he's a big dude. He's about same height. My back. So we did the measurements, and my back's bigger than his. He's like 15 pound heaviaver.
What about
so
egos?
He's got arms and shoulders. Nah,
Is your ego a bit
his
bigger?
ego's not as big as mine.
Wait. Yay!
Shout out.
Shout out to John's
My
ego.
Get back in there, you.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and you worked with him now, and how is he as a guy?
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's such a cool dude. So nice. He's just got good energy, like really nice.
And he started as a wrestler, right? Or at least he got in the spotlight as a wrestler. No?
I'm not sure.
What is he known for?
Well, I knew the first time I ever saw him was on Smallville. He was Aquaman.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he started as an actor then. I thought he started as a wrestler.
Maybe in his high school.
Oh, okay.
I didn't look that far back.
Yeah. He's is that natural tan he has? Because when I saw John on the set, I was like, feels like you escaped from Essex.
Yeah, he's quite brown. They put like 5 layers of tan makeup on me.
Oh shit! Yeah,
And I still wasn't brown enough.
I couldn't recognize you. Is it Uncle Ben's commercial? Oh shit!
Yeah, he's a G though.
Cool. And how was the experience on Fast and Furious
Yeah, it
in
was
general?
really good. Yeah, it was good. It was a good team.
What is it? Fast and Furious 35? What is it?
10. Part 1. Part 1 and 9.
Fast and Furious 35.6.
This will be I think this will be probably one of the better ones.
Of course, it's going to be the best one.
Of course. What are you
'Cause
saying?
you're in it.
Get back in there. In terms of the fight team and stuff, hopefully there was some really good stuff. Some really good stuff in there. So,
But there's one thing
turned
what
out
we
heads.
use shot. The other thing is what they're going to edit.
Right. So
And that's a huge one. Like my heart broke when the last Kingsman came out, which is not even called Kingsman. It's called like the Golden Circle, whatever. I think it's still Kingsman, with
the King's Man, where they went back.
probably like back in the time,
Yeah.
and then there was this Russian villain guy, and me and Thomas Paredes, the stunt performer, we had this featured part like with all the cool kills and everything that got cut out, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. I guess they got to do it.
Yeah, it's always. I mean, like they look at what they have, and like, okay, this makes sense, that doesn't make sense, and they have to make that decision.
All right, what can they be allowed to do?
Exactly.
What makes it better for younger viewers and more viewers and such? You know?
Exactly. Yeah, those are big choices to make.
Yeah.
Sweet. And how long did you work on the Fast and Furious?
For a bit, probably a couple of months.
Sweet.
5-6 months.
And they just wrapped like what, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the core team was wicked. A lot of martial artists, so it was more like a training camp, rehab camp, really.
Yeah.
Training and rehab while we was fighting. Really, that's what I think teams should be for stunts. They're performing at such a high level. They should maintain at such a high level. But I mean, from what I've seen, they don't look after the stunts as much as the actors. Like Charlize has her own personal masseuse, etc. Stunts should have a masseuse in there. When they're downtime, they should be fixing their injuries. Really. I think the future is going to get better for stunts in terms of being looked after. I think.
Well, it just depends on
hope.
production, depends on coordinator. Like I just finished The Witcher 2 months, and we had a physio every Friday.
Right.
So every Friday we'd go and they do the whole thing, but still it wasn't properly made. Like poor physio guy had to like hide like in this hanger in a corner covered with boxes and stuff. It's
sneaky.
Yeah, it should be better. But other productions I won't see any of that. You know?
Otherwise, I'm just there fixing everyone.
Oh, because that's your thing. So did you actually get like formal education in physio and stuff?
So over the years, I left school. I was going to go sixth form and do A levels, but I hate school. Something about school that I just didn't get on with, and now obviously I'm older now, I can see why. It's by design. But once I got out of school, I went straight into the gym instructing from 17. And then I did my level 3 and then was PT, and I just did, over the years, just did a load of courses. Because you can do a lot more. They're way more beneficial than doing any degree, really, because you're learning hands-on, and the stuff I've learned over the years just from rehabbing myself from fighting injuries and rehabbing other people, and then going to physios, going to chiros, going to osteos, and I mean, like half of the osteos, physios and chiros I went to are just useless. I mean, I'll be asking them, I know the answer to the question, I'm there really for a bit more advice from them to see what they've got, and I'll say to them this and this, what rehab can I do for it, and they'll be like, just do a bit of mobility and come see me for the next 10 years. I'm like, wait a minute, £50 for half an hour? I'm broke, thanks. I just do it myself. You can find out what it is on YouTube these days, really. So if you've got the knowledge to insert it, it's easy.
One of the best experiences I had, it was like about 6 years ago. I lived in East London, and I had this rash in my stomach. I was like, I have no clue what it is. Later I found out it was actually aftermath from antibiotics I had. I had a bursitis, inflated bursitis, and they had to like drain it and all that shit, and they gave me antibiotics. So apparently very often when you do antibiotics, after some period of time, body's kind of cleaning it out, and it shows like all this kind of stuff. So I went to see this doctor, and this lady, I'm not kidding you, she was Googling what that is, and she would print out like the photos of that rash, and she, oh, that looks like this, what do you think? Literally, like, is it a syphilis, or is it just the, side effect from
an allergy rash?
From allergy rash. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I'm paying you for.
Yeah, but now I hear some stories, man. Like one of my really good mates had a cancer, and he went twice to kind of do the checkups, and the lady's like, oh, it's all fine. But he's like, but my limbs are inflamed. I have these little whatever, like bumps in my body. It's like, what the fuck is that? Oh no, it's like whatever. And then he went to other specialists, and they say, oh, it's like a 3rd degree cancer, whatever. And he went back to the same girl, same lady, and then she checked him again. Oh no, you're all fine. He filmed it. It's all on camera, and he's like. And he's such a sweet guy. I couldn't believe that. Instead of getting her in trouble, he just said, don't ever do that to anyone else. And she was just like,
that's nice.
Now
that's out in the world.
Yeah.
What's her name?
And she burst crying, and it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right. But that's the system, innit?
Yeah.
It's the failing system.
But it's like, imagine if it's your like partner, it's your relative, it's your dear friend.
Right. And
you find out that someone just does that kind of shit.
Yeah. Same with dogs, cats.
What do you mean? Same with dogs and cats. What?
Misdiagnose your pets.
Yeah, that's exactly the same.
Right.
For some people love dogs way more than they love
definitely.
people.
Oh, trust me, yeah.
That's the fucking true story.
That's my mum with her dog. That's why I got a cut on my nose. I was wrestling with the dog earlier. I head wrestle with it and just to like smash it about, and it tooth whacked me in the nose.
That's what we have some cows there in the field. I go wrestle with cows.
Oh, I just milk those.
Do you know how to milk cow?
I'm not wrestle. Yeah, why would I wrestle it?
How can you
put your mouth around the udder?
No. When did you learn milk cow?
I just learnt it.
How?
Jumped over a fence.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
that's a lie. That's so a lie. Right. Yeah, that's the sound you get.
I've milked a cow though, so that's
I grew up on a farm, so I had to learn how to milk a cow.
Yeah,
it's a good workout for you.
For your forearms.
And look at these massive forearms though. That's from
milking. Are you milking a bull or a cow?
Dude, I used to drink 3 liters of fresh milk every fucking day.
Yeah, good.
People know how good it is nowadays. It's like a lot of like bodybuilders, they're trying to get fresh milk, but you can't get it.
You can get it in Watford. There's a place.
Can you?
Yeah.
But what was that thing about? There's almost a law that you're not allowed.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of it. Yeah. Why do you think they want us to drink shitty oat and all the other stuff?
But sterilized. That's the thing. They want you to drink sterilized milk, which is boiled and processed, and the bacteria is killed. But not only bad bacteria, but also the good bacteria is killed.
Right, but they don't boil the milk.
Or
they heat it to a certain degree, so it doesn't kill all the germs.
Oh, okay.
Right, so it's still not good to drink, really. Yeah, it's not clean. Plus,
I don't
full
know.
of hormones and stuff.
But I remember that when I lived, in my countryside for how long, till I was 18, and I would drink fresh cow's milk. Then it was a period of time when we had goats. I used to drink fresh goat's milk.
I think that would be probably
It's
better.
way fatter. It's way like, whoa. And I remember going from goat's milk to cow's milk. That was like, Jesus, like it feels like you go from milk to water.
Right.
But then I moved to the city and actually bought a milk in the store. Didn't taste anything like a cow's milk.
Right. There you go.
It's
then.
insane.
Yeah,
And now it's like you have nut juice. Would you like
Right.
some nut juice, please?
Pesticided nut juice.
That's the one. Yeah, that's. I'll put a photo of
Pesticided nut juice.
Oh my God! Look at you, you're so pretty here. What is it? Curly Sue. So when you get longer hair, it gets very curly. Doesn't
No,
it?
that's a wig.
That's not a wig.
Yeah, that
that's
was a
you.
wig.
No, that's not a wig. You're lying.
Yeah, that's my hair.
Here you go.
My mum hooked up with the milkman, I think.
What
His
did
name was John too.
Was your dad straight hair?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So stunts, acting, and kind of ultimate goal is to do acting, right? Is that the idea?
Yeah. Like I said, depends what the future holds. But I'd like to. That would be a nice reality to move into. But I've got plans to open a clinic. So I want to get back into the rehab side of things. I want to start building superhumans. So I'm gonna start getting back into
Just
it.
by the way, guys, I want to start building superhumans.
Basically, yeah.
I like how you went away from acting. Let's build superhumans.
Superhumans for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of cool tech and a lot of cool fitness gear coming.
Yeah, which you're not allowed to talk about, as you said earlier.
No, the tech you can.
Yeah. Well, okay. So let's finish talking about the acting and stunts. So stunts you've been doing now for 3-4 years, and acting. What is and also mention that film you did. There's a short film where you're playing pretty big part. Was it at Christmas? Is it called?
Oh
Christmas?
no, that was an actual feature length film.
Right. So what was it?
It's The Gardener. That one, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was. So I was working. That's where I kind of got a lot of my acting experience from. So I did just some. It's kind of like low budget. We film some of the stuff's cool, but it's like I said, it goes straight to DVD and they send it around the world because a lot of countries they don't stream, so they get all the films that we used to have. They get all those. So I get random people from like Iran messaging me saying, "Oh my God, I loved you in the Gardener," and I'm like,
literally messaging you on your WhatsApp.
Thank you. I'm like, thanks, I got a fan.
Because with the DVD, you got the phone numbers as well sent out.
Yeah,
That's my address.
got a call. Who's this from? I loved you in the Gardener. Well, thanks.
And that was a while ago, wasn't it?
That was last year.
Oh, just last year.
No, that was like 2 years ago.
And it's crazy. I was just listening. Joe Rogan was talking about also the whole thing of the film industry. How it used to be a big revenue, big income would come from the selling DVDs.
Right.
So they would go box office, they go to cinema, and then afterwards they get more money from DVDs. Now that's all gone.
Yeah.
Now it's just a streaming
services.
stuff. And they still make money, but it's just a very different setup and how it works.
Basically, but that got picked up by Lionsgate. We filmed it in 10 days. So the production team usually go into, like, they'll hire a mansion and film it in there. They usually do horror genres.
Right.
So one of the films I did was Candy Witch. Why are you laughing? It's wicked.
It just sounds so good.
It was.
Yeah. Candy Witch. Fuck, love it.
Yeah. And then, so The Gardener, same production. But lucky enough, I met some cool people on it. They flew over a guy called Gary Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
He's a martial artist. He's a legend too. He's friends with Buster also. So, but I didn't know who he was, and I ended up just chatting to him and catching up. We was kind of like close straight away just from talking, because my other friend on there I had a few guys on there, a few friends. The guy that was acting with me, AJ Blackwell. I don't know if you see him.
I've probably seen him. I'm just bad with names.
Yeah, he was in the back, so we got on pretty well. So it was a good vibe straight away.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
once you have that on a film, if there's good energy, it sells much better.
And how crazy is that? Sometimes you're on a film where you meet people who literally change your life in a sense of like, again, good example, when I worked for Wade Eastwood on Mission Impossible, I met Wolfgang, who is now doing The Witcher, and we kind of, you know, clicked. Like, I found him, like, he's super nice, lovely guy. And then I remember when I saw him again, he's like, "Oh, Renars, I remember you from that job and whatever." And then worked again.
Good. Yeah, that's why I like the film industry in that sense. Because some of the stunt boys are so cool. So I love Milky's crew. They're
not all
wicked.
of them. Some.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark Milky. Is that his actual? It's Mark Milky, right?
No.
No, what is it?
Why are you asking me? I've got brain damage.
Oh, that's fine. I think
Mark Kelly.
Mark Kelly. Yeah, no, Milky is awesome. He was doing. Mark Kelly. That's exactly
cool.
that's his name.
Yeah,
and he's traveling a lot, and the other guy working with him is his name's Che.
Yeah, Che's a G.
Yeah, both of them are cool dudes. Yeah. And they were in charge of the last Ant-Man. They were running the floor.
Yeah.
Doing all that action
that was
stuff.
A good crew.
Telling us what to do. Renars, you run there and you fall on your face. Yes.
Yeah. Along with Gary. That was good though. That was I'm lucky I was with that team. Because Gary was really good on it, actually. I learned a lot on that film.
Yeah, Gary never learned my name in 2 months. He still referred to me, hey, you go there. Oh, yeah, that guy should fall there. Yes, sir. But I mean, listen, I do understand. There's so many stunt guys and so many new stunt guys. I probably if I would be that long in the industry, I probably wouldn't give two fucks about like the names and whatever, and especially if you don't really, you know.
Well, if you're never going to see him again, it's just more memory.
I guess so.
But I don't know. It's a good habit too, for sure. To learn names. That's one thing I'm working on. I'll take lines, mate.
What is your system? How you learn names when you meet someone? Just try to repeat it like 1,000 times.
No, that I have to picture someone else I know.
Oh, okay.
And I picture beating them up.
Nice. How did you learn?
I picture the person I know and the person that has the same name, them fighting, and one of them like killing him.
How many Renarses do you know?
None. That's why I always forget it. I was looking for Ray earlier. I was like, "Where's Ray?"
Oh fuck! That immigrant.
No, I had a guy phone me and he's called Ray. And he was phoning me. I was like, "Well, I'm not supposed to be there yet." And I was like, "Oh, it's not Renard, it's Ray."
Oh, listen. Funny enough, like that was my nickname for a long time in UK because people struggle to remember my name. Like literally, some people they know me for like 8 years and they still call me Ray.
It's because it's not an unusual name for England.
Yeah.
Renards.
Exactly. You guys are
it's a cool name, though.
And you guys are ignorant fucks. You never spend time to learn someone's names.
What did you say?
Ignorant fuck.
I don't know what you're talking about. Ray.
Hey, that's literally how people call me. Okay, so let's go to your building superhumans. How did that all started? And so that is this really specific technology you're getting into. Tell us about it.
Well, in terms of like stem cells and frequency healing, also there's some really good tech coming out in terms of fitness equipment. The guys from Texas own it, and it's like a multi-gym because I want to get a studio and have everything in it, but I want to get all the scientists involved really for the bloods too, a doctor, sorry. But it basically works the eccentric and concentric movements for you. So you'll push, and it'll push back exactly the right amount to hit the right amount of strength and fibers without damaging the joints.
Okay.
So it's kind of resistance for you. Some like, what's the word? I guess it mechanically does it for you. So the system works for you. So it'll have it all on the screen in front, and it will tell you exactly how much you're improving on by like down to the pound improvement.
How would they measure all those things?
Because the force that pushes against you is measurable.
Right.
So it's all computerized basically.
And what those are specific machines?
It's a machine. It's like a multi gym with lat pull down, leg press, etc. Do you know what I'm saying? So you know the ones you get in the houses.
Can we find them online?
I'm not sure. They're not in the UK yet. They're bringing them. They're in Texas.
What's the name of the?
I don't know if it's still kind of.
What's the name of the machine? Like let's just Google it.
So Google multi gym.
Multi gym.
Let me find the product.
There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of that.
I'm looking at just a bunch of all
Basically,
sorts of
it's
stuff.
like that, but computerized, so it does
Okay.
pressure like.
Yeah, so for the listeners, like, just imagine, you know, you have one of those, like, pull-up bar stands, or, like, the, what they call them? Harnesses, no, but this construction, and you would have something similar, but all with machiney stuff, with which kind of reads the data and tells you what's going on, right?
Basically, exactly, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So they're just looking to distribute it now.
Yeah, and you say, like, someone in Texas came up with that idea.
I think so. That's where I met the guy that's...
And how much would it cost?
Not sure.
You don't know yet.
Not sure yet. They haven't come up with the prices and stuff. It's all still negotiating.
Right, and then your gym where you build superhumans, that would be breaking down to, like, physio kind of therapies to...
Yeah, everything from deep tissue rehab, just correct muscle alignment, everything from even working the morphogenetic field, consciousness, just repairing DNA, just a lot of stuff that's going to come with it.
Right.
Every aspect of improving the human being, really. So that's a project for the future. So,
and is that something what you kind of thought that would be great to have for yourself? And then since...
Yeah, everything I design,
Yeah.
a lot of my stuff that I've learnt from has come from myself anyway. All of my experiences, the way I learn. Even recently, I'm just changing the way that I train. I was out in Tenerife with Peter Sage. He's an entrepreneur who's teaching me some stuff. But I'm changing my workouts now that I'm off for a bit from filming. Well, I'm not. I'm back on a Bollywood film now.
Hey, are you going to be the main actor?
No, I get to fight him.
You finally can dance.
Yeah, they're trying to go a bit serious with this one though.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
This
so
is going to be the first
slow-mo.
serious Bollywood film.
Less slow-mo stuff, basically. So I've got a good little fight with the actor, one of the actors. So we're just rehearsing it. But now I'm back. I'm just full-time training myself, really. So I've been trying to fit in and only half an hour workouts, half an hour in the morning or half an hour in the evening. So I'm fitting in 2 a day, along with flexibility, mobility and stuff. But I've been rehabbing my feet really recently. I'm doing a course with My Foot Function at the moment, just going through the fascia of the feet and rehab for destroyed feet, basically. Most people have.
How did you destroy your feet?
By wearing trainers.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
I remember you told me about that. Yeah.
Well, everybody, if your feet, your big toe isn't supposed to go in. Your feet are supposed to be splayed, because the humans, we technically pull ourselves along using posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, kind of. TVA, transverse and mid to upper back is the posterior chain. But because your feet are so destroyed, or the fascia in the feet, just basically, there's a nerve called the hallux valgus nerve in the foot. And all the trainers, I mean, this is by design, has to be, because without it, the chiropractors and physios and osteos wouldn't have a business as well without the feet, because the feet, the first contact with the floor is the feet, right? So everything stems from that up into the body. So if that's incorrect, the rest of it's going to be incorrect.
Yeah.
So it is incorrect, because a lot of the shoes, the big toe is never supposed to be pushed in. And all trainers and shoes all push the big toe in. Even your one, the trainers you got on now, see how that big toe, it goes in, whereas this has got that space for the toe to come out. Yeah. Vivos.
I actually have a pair of Vivos. Like, these are really cool.
These are just chill
like
ones,
cats. What they call them?
Yeah, like caterpillars or whatever they are. These are chill. Can't bother to wear my other ones, but I've got about 4 pairs. But I used to wear Vibram 5 fingers. When I fought, I used to wear Vibrams all the time. Because if I'm fighting barefoot, I want to be walking around in barefoot all the time. But everyone just used to give me jip and say I got frog feet. So, but whatever. They're for elite athletes only.
Yeah.
What do they know?
But that thing is crazy. Is like when I stay in Bali, I'm bare feet pretty much all the time. And then you get used to it, and then you go back to civilization and put the shoes on. You feel so weird for at least a couple of weeks.
A lot of knee pain straight away comes from bad feet.
Yeah, and that is so important. And how people we don't know. We don't know
they
that
don't
thing.
know. That's the thing. They'll just put on a new pair of trainers. Nike are the worst. There goes all Nike sponsorships.
I think Nike is going to sponsor this podcast in the
Definitely.
future.
Well, I don't know. Unless they bring out their own, they might have already. But that's the future of feet, really. Everybody's waking up to a lot of stuff happening in the world, so they should wake up to a lot of stuff in society is designed to degrade the human to resell the solution.
But do you think the healthiest would be just bare feet? That everyone would be bare feet? Or it is better to have some special designed shoes?
Shoes, depend on what you're doing. If you're running on a mountain, if there's rocks about, if you're in a park with like dog feces, not really.
No, you don't like to step in a duck shit?
It's quite bad for the human body to touch
between your toes,
dog
it just goes
feces. Yeah, but when you clean it out and it goes on your fingers, there's worms that go in the eyes that make you blind. So I don't know if that's recommended. But no, barefoot all the way. But like I said, we're living we're in a concrete jungle, so you can't really ground even.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? If you've got the grass to ground in, if you're in woodland, then grounding, is perfect. You should be barefoot because that gets rid of a lot of the EMF.
Yeah, because growing up in the countryside, like we were always bare feet.
Yeah,
we would have
that's the dream.
In the morning you wake up, you have this. I don't know what's the word for that when grass is kind of wet. So it wasn't raining, but it's wet from like dew. Is that the one?
It's called dew. Morning dew.
Morning dew. So we have in Latvia, there's this whole traditions of like, you need to wash your feet in the morning dew, and your ass, and your front, and everything.
Really?
When it's like the grass is real tall.
Right.
Yeah, picture naked people just running around.
Well, I'm moving there. England sucks.
It should.
Everyone wears loads of clothes. Look, I'm wearing loads now.
Especially, dude, now when I went to Latvia for a mid-solstice celebration, so that's what you do. Everyone gets up in the morning naked, runs through the field. It's like when you have the longest day and the shortest night.
What date's that?
That's the 23rd or 24th of June or July? June, I think.
All right, let me just check it in my diary.
Yeah, I went to Latvia. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. To the point when I fell off the bike and smashed my head. It was good. Okay, so bare feet would be the best, but obviously because we live in concrete jungle and city and whatever, then we need to think about what shoes we wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Vivo, in your opinion, is the leading at the moment.
There's a few others coming out. I want to bring out my own.
Yeah. What do you think about those separate fingers when you?
Yeah, they're called Vibrams.
Vibrams.
That's what I used to wear. What I was saying earlier, when I used to train, I would wear Vibrams all the time.
So is it the best then? Because it feels very weird.
It depends. If your arches already collapsed and the foot, so you get atrophy. Like I said earlier, the hallux valgus nerve, when that compresses, the muscle in the bottom of the feet just kind of atrophy. They just like wither away.
Yeah.
So you just got like a fucking hoof. And humans aren't supposed to be having that, because then you've got to use your hip flexors to lift your foot up, so you're not pulling yourself along.
Right.
So the hip flexors are getting tighter, and your lower back gets.
Have you heard those stories that about people who live in jungle and stuff? Their toes.
Yeah. I saw it the other day on.
Really? They get so much more like developed and whatever.
Like that. Yeah. And they're not like the prettiest, but
as long as fingers, right?
Yeah.
And they can do that.
Basically, yeah. They massage it with their feet, and amongst other stuff.
And the thumbs and everything. Possible thumbs on your feet. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You just see one in sauna. Someone just does that.
His girlfriend walks in. He's just massaging him with his foot. What's going on here?
Oh fuck.
But yeah, now I start to see. Now that I see the floor, like thin feet. I don't see them as attractive. I see feet like with toes splayed. That's what I see as attractive feet.
Well, because you know that it's healthy.
Right, but before I used to think that like nice all in a row was nice, and it might look a bit prettier, but to me now it's actually very detrimental. So I don't see it as attractive.
And the craziest shit is like what my mom get and people from that older generation, because they would wear these really uncomfortable shoes. Women would wear those high heel shoes when it goes like in this V shape, and then their big toe gets so deformed, and they get this, what is it called? That thing grows it's bunions. Yeah, bunions. So you have this bunion thing. Actually, one of the stunt guys have bunion toe.
I've seen a bunch.
And I think he did surgery, maybe he didn't. But there's certain ways to how you can correct now that. But
toe spaces.
It just looks so bad. Like when people, and my mom said like, well, those were the shoes we used to wear. It's like just so bad.
Was that didn't click that they're not good for you?
I know, right?
It's weird how it's taken so long. It's like the humans have had amnesia, literally.
Yeah.
It's like they're putting stuff on, and they know it's degrading their body, but they just think that it's normal.
But you know, in different cultures, it's a different thing. Like what's that? Cuca beans. those are the ladies who are like, was it in China? They would be like prostitutes, but they're like educated prostitutes. So they would learn how to play music, and they would be like companion, right?
Like a geisha kind
Yeah,
of.
geisha. Yeah.
Just Japanese.
Yeah. And then they would wear these special shoes which would literally deform their toes.
Right. So they
and
do
so,
small steps.
yeah, when they walk, small steps,
More
and they're
elegant.
all the time in pain. And also it emphasized on their bum and all that stuff. And then they said something about that. They want to look like they're vulnerable, and so for men that's more appealing. That I'm here, the man, and you barely can walk. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Like your prey.
Yeah. Eesh.
Actually, I was reading the other day. That's how people look to see who to rob. In terms of their posture and how they walk or their energy. Like if you're walking all like hunched over and static and on your phone, you're walking like you're afraid.
Right.
Whereas if you stride open and actually be conscious of who's around you, you're much less likely to be attacked.
It's the body language.
Exactly. So that's how they can find someone to rob.
It's just like when people sit, when they do this, or they do crossed legs like I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So we should be all like balls out like that.
That's just closing
Just
your
shows
energy.
like, it's like, fuck
Close your energy
check
up.
me out, bitches.
What, like me? Basically, yeah. Or they look like they're walking like an injured gazelle.
Yeah.
Just easy to
Easy
eat.
prey.
Right.
We're so fucking animalistic. We don't know that. And it's just like when we talk about body language, when we just can see out of like 20 girls or whatever in a party, you can see like, oh, that one she knows, she's confident, she knows her stuff, and someone is just like kind of in a corner there.
Right.
Easy.
You can tell. Yeah. Body language is a huge thing.
Exactly. Okay, we smashed 45 almost minutes right now. Let's have a little break and stretch our legs.
Yeah.
And we were attacked by the aliens in space.
Wait.
I think I got more attacked than you did.
What did you say?
I said that we got attacked by aliens, no, but by space. And I think you got attacked less than I did. Okay, let's continue this fantastic conversation. Fighting stuff. How long did you fight?
Probably for about 10 years.
Why did you fight?
So do you think I was good at?
Really? Like
Well,
since you like young age, you like beating up people?
Not really. More. Well,
Because you started as a
more
wrestler.
in defense.
Didn't you start as a wrestler?
Wrestler.
Yeah, the wrestling.
No, I didn't start. No, I started with a bit of boxing, and then I did some Jeet Kune Do, mixture of CQC marine stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was training with an old personal trainer that I learnt from when I first started working, and I was doing my level 2 when I first started working as a gym instructor, and I was getting like 9.5, 10 grand a year.
Oh, that's big money.
Yeah.
That's how much you make in 1 week right now. Doing stunts.
Yeah, that's how bad that is. Oh my god!
You just realize you're like, what the
Mate,
fuck?
these poor kids. That's bad, isn't it? Well, I couldn't even afford to really eat.
You think it's bad? You should live in Latvia, dude.
Really?
My first job was, I remember I would work 2 months to make some money for my uni. I need to pay for the student dormitories because my parents wouldn't pay for it. And my dad would take to his fucking place where he worked as a mechanic. And it's this place where they drain all the sewage. Like sewage goes like from the city goes through this, and they have these big ponds where it kind of goes and drains through. So, by the way, it's raining right now. You guys, everyone can hear it. So it drains through, and then when they get the sewage in these ponds, it goes through. But then afterwards, it gets filled up with like bush and start growing stuff. So my job was every morning at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, go there and cut that bush with this like, what's the name of that?
A scythe.
Yeah, something like that. And I was just working my ass off. And my salary in 1 month was 60 quid per month. I was there Monday to Friday.
How old was you? How old?
I was just 18.
I started working at 15. I got
I was not allowed-
£2.50 an hour.
No, I was not allowed to work earlier because by law in Latvia, officially you can work only then. And then before that, I would work all the time at home because my parents had so many chores to do. It was fucking, but obviously they wouldn't pay for it.
Right. I worked in Domino's Pizza for £2.50 an hour.
I would love to. To have my own cash at that time. £2.50 would be amazing money for me in that time. Like living in the countryside.
Right, that's a difference.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Just goes to show, really. But yeah, I got free pizzas. So.
And now like 60 quid, I like it's a normal dinner. It's nothing fancy. Basic dinner, 60 quid. Insane.
It's weird. It's strange. But yeah, so I started I was training with the Marine, and then I was doing some Bujin Kambudo with one of my friends.
Bougie Kambudo.
Bujin Kambudo. It's like samurai ninja arts.
It's like a bougie.
It's a bougie martial art.
So everyone dress up like this because we're bougie.
That would sell.
Bougie Kambudo. It sounds like cooking show.
Bujin Kambudo. It's a sushi.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. Bougie Kambudo. It's like so you know the beginning of MMA was like different martial arts fighting each other, and karate versus Bougie Kambudo. So what is it? What kind of martial art is it?
It's like samurai ninja. So the stuff we used to learn were like bow staff and sword work, stuff like that, and throws, like a mixture of aikido.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's stuff that they would use.
One of my guests actually just posted that via a podcast with Adomas. He's a Lithuanian guy. He's teaching Nyet Nam. It's a Vietnamese martial art. Never heard of it, but it looks pretty cool. There's a lot of like cool stuff, and there's this one when they do the breathing katas, and instead of like in karate, as when I did it, was like there's like and we were watching that video. I was cracking up. I was like, "Is this right before the mating? You did this ritual?" I was like, what the fuck?
That's their song dance.
Bougie Kambudo, the fucking salad and stuff.
Anyway.
Bougie Kambudo. Sorry.
Mate, you did go to space.
Yeah, I did. We're not allowed to say that because since it's UK, it's not very... Oh, no, we're actually not in UK. We're in Amsterdam. Just so everyone knows. Everyone knows.
We flew to Amsterdam. It's raining, though. I thought it'd be a bit sunny.
What? Amsterdam rains all the time.
We were just underneath a bridge at the
Dude, what was the last time you went to Amsterdam?
Today.
Duh.
2 days ago.
So listen.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I celebrated my 30th in Amsterdam. It was when I still worked as a stripper. With like 5 other stripper guys, we went to Amsterdam to celebrate my 30th. And we got super high and super sleepy. And we're like, what the fuck to do? We're falling asleep. We're literally standing like one of the guys was against the pole and just falling asleep. Like, this is, what the fuck? And one of the guys had an amazing idea. Let's go to the cinema and have a nap for 2 hours. We went, sat right in the front row, and all of us had a perfect, fantastic nap.
Yeah, the cinema was good for that.
Yeah, but I never had that before. And then we were just walking up. Excuse me, sir. The movie is over. It's like, oh.
Anyways,
so Bougie Kambudo.
Bougie Kambudo, and then jiu-jitsu. Really, there was a lot of guys in my area. I used to fight a lot out in pubs and clubs and stuff.
Out in the wilderness.
Yeah, I wish. That would have been cool. Little jungle boy.
Reindeers and shit.
Wrestling bears. Hell yeah.
Do you know that the national Latvian hero is a bear slayer?
Really?
Yeah, it's like fairy tales about it and everything. It had bear ears.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
It's quite cool.
I will find it. I'm going to put it right here for all the viewers so that I'm not too much in the space, but it's actually truth. Some of that what we're talking about.
Bear Slayer.
Bear Slayer, yeah. You could be a bear slayer.
Yeah.
Massive.
Teddy bear.
Oh no, you're not teddy bear. Oh god.
But yeah, so I was training jiu-jitsu. I met a lot of guys in my area that were fight training, all for MMA really. So we started Thai boxing and then got into a lot of wrestling and judo. Just pieced it all together. We basically would be in like a shed, a garage, just kicking the shit out of each other to train for a fight. So back in then, when MMA was just becoming a bit of a thing in the UK.
Yeah.
But there wasn't any facilities like there is now. There still isn't. I mean, there's some nice places. In Windsor, there's a good place. There's some good jiu-jitsu places like Castle Gracie and stuff.
Yesterday I went to Pride Gym, which you go to here.
Oh yeah, and Pride, of course.
Yeah, in Bracknell, back in Bracknell. Because right now we're in Amsterdam. Just don't forget that. And
why would I? We're here in Amsterdam.
It's obvious it's Amsterdam. And so at Martin, shout out to you, buddy, doing pads, and he was telling me like the fight was on a weekend, and one of the fighters, I think his name is John, his face literally got broken in, like he got like collarbones, and the eye thing. What is it called? This one?
Eye socket.
No. Is it? There's a fancier name for that. So that got broken. Literally, his face got broken in, and I was like, wait, is he a professional? No, he's not making the money. Why the fuck people do this kind of stuff?
There's a reason behind it, though. Fighting, so I mean, it's beautiful, really.
It is beautiful, but is it beautiful when you're 60, 70 years old?
I would say, yeah. Me, I live and breathe it. Fighting's good.
I guess like it's
good to have it. It's just a way of expressing. It's an art, really, isn't it?
Violence.
It's a good way to get your anger out. It's just you get to fight legally.
Well, wushu is art when they do fancy moves and cool moves and stuff.
Yeah.
Someone like brutally kicking you like with a knee in your fucking eye socket. I don't think that's much more art. But I know it is. Well, it is art. It is art.
Of course, but you've just got to learn to not get knees in the face.
I just hate that aftermath. Like honestly, like if they can just like brush off and it's fine, but aftermath is just ridiculous. One of the MMA fighters, his skull got broken into. Yeah,
that's the problem
with the knee,
especially with like arm bars.
Cyborg was Cyborg, right?
Yeah, that was
insane. They were showing like his fucking X-ray and everything. It was like ridiculous.
Yeah, there's some bad injuries. If they weren't,
Visbin got blinded.
Right. Yeah.
Visbin has two fucking fake knees.
Well, that's the problem. There's a lot of injuries. That's why I'm kind of glad. I didn't really pick up too many. I got caught in an arm bar in a fight a long time ago.
And my arm. Didn't tap?
Correct. Yeah. At that stage, there was no point in.
Yeah. So what you did tap, but they.
Yeah. Well, it was for like an amateur title for MMA. It was I basically beat him up for 2 rounds, and he caught me last 10 seconds of the fight, caught me in an armbar, and he broke my arm. So I just was like, instantly, I heard my arm just go.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah.
You're pulling away. You talk like this. I can't hear you.
On purpose. I'm too loud. I don't like my own voice.
No, you're not. You just put like here. Look, like this. Look. It's not a booby, John. It's not a booby. It's a penis. Not again. Oh.
Good memories. In Amsterdam.
Good memories. Do you want to show any of your fights? I mean, there's this one where your ass get kicked.
No. There's another one on.
Yeah, we can find the other one. Jon Callaway. Fuck, you look ripped. What happened?
I put on a bit more muscle.
Hey.
Well, that's 77.
You were 77.
Yeah, that was a horrible cut too. I literally have zero energy in this. You'll see it.
That's insane, man. Like when someone like your height can be so like, because my fighting weight in karate was 75 kilos, and I struggle. I'm 80 all the time now, I struggled to cut to the 75. How the fuck did you do that? And you're like 6. You're 6 feet something.
6'3".
Jesus Christ.
6'2" when I was wrestling.
Jesus Christ. Okay, should we pass forward like where the good stuff?
Yeah. So the thing is,
oh god, you look so skinny.
yeah, I was gassing. That weight cut is hard.
Yeah, you went for a takedown. But you look much bigger than him though.
That's the weight cut.
Yeah.
I was like 84 to 87 in 3 days.
No.
Yeah, that's really bad to do that.
It's insane. Just squeeze the living crap out of him.
Basically, just rest, just hug him for a bit.
Oh. Oh, that was nice uppercut.
These guys are throwing it down.
These guys are throwing down. I always imagine how cool it would be like if the commentator would have like the campus voice ever. Look at them fighting. Look at them fighting. Oh my god. I would love to do that.
I think it'd take it away. It would be alright if people do it on YouTube.
Yeah.
The
The way he's punching him.
Yeah, people would get pissed
I
off.
can see that he's done some bougie training in the past.
That's that bougie Kambuda coming out.
That's that bougie trainings right there.
Good body kick there from Marshall.
Bosh. Look at that, Roundhouse. Oh,
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just gassed. The weight cut is insane.
but also, dude, like, how can you get punched like so many times in your face and you're still fighting? It's insane.
It's easy. It's easy when you got no brain.
That's you see, like in karate, I literally, like, I would get punched many times in the face, but like, it's one punch and you kind of lose or whatever, it's out. These guys battering each other for ages.
Mate, the sparring that we used to do, even preparing for these fights, we just smashed the shit out of each
How
other
many have
so
you
bad.
broken your nose?
How many times, you say? Why are you asking me that question? None.
So why the fuck your nose looks so shit?
Watch your mouth.
All I can watch in this condition, just this button. Oh my god.
Twice.
Watch your mouth. Fuck, it would be sick podcast and I just said get my shit gets knocked out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Jon Callaway, thank you very much.
just leave.
On the left corner.
In the blue corner.
Hey! Spaceman versus bougie fuck. Oh god. So how many MMA fights did you had in the end?
Only about 8.
Only about 8.
Yeah.
In a period of what? Three
I
months.
stopped fighting. I fought for a bit. Like back in then, the teams just were like you'd have a team and then it would just go like you'd move on to a new team or a new group of people. There wasn't any stability. Like in America, they've got a lot of set gyms where everyone goes and it's like a wolf pack.
Right.
In England, when it first started, you'd go to a Thai boxing place, then you go to a jiu-jitsu place. So you'd be
Just like
basically just
whoring
be fighting.
around.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Just learning, but that was a time I was fighting when the Polish come all into the UK, so that was when I started wrestling with a Romanian. He was an Olympic Romanian wrestler, Chubbs, and he used to teach us with a lot of Polish dudes. So that's where I got my mentality from. Really, just
What
getting
happened? What do you
beaten.
think a lot of Polish people moved?
There was some one of the laws. I don't know if they come into Europe. It was at some point when.
Oh, right.
Everyone some law when they all moved. Well, they didn't. all move,
Or
When they
was
moved
it
to
around 2009? That's what.
Maybe.
That was economy crisis.
Maybe then, yeah. I don't know, but it was a time when.
One of the reasons why I moved to Canada was economy crisis, but for me was I knew that I wouldn't just travel whatever, but it was like kind of timing wise. So many people flee, like
Yeah, maybe then.
a lot of, especially like construction workers who didn't have a proper education.
Right. Yeah, that was why Slough was a lot of Polish moved
Yeah,
there
yeah.
because the trade industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was when I was just resting with them just get my ass beat down for a while, and then as soon as you start holding your own and start beating them, then you just when I went back to fighting English dudes, it was like easier.
Yeah, but it's so cool that we have that international stuff.
Yeah,
it's like going to East London gymnastics training there. We have this one guy. He was Bulgarian ex gymnast in rings. Like he was in a team of Bulgaria. Just insane. Just like doing iron cross and smoking a cigarette at the same time. It's just insane.
It's different level.
Really. And then it's great that, you know, one of the reasons why those people come to UK, and probably, you know, I would say for me again, I just wanted different opportunities in my life. You know, it wasn't like I could work back home in Latvia, but I was bored.
Right.
There's nothing going on there.
Right. Whatever. I would go where the money's at.
Yeah, well,
if you can make it.
Whatever is the reason, yeah. But it's great that people have those opportunities. You know, it's not like, oh no, you're born in this country, you have to stay in this country. This is such a bullshit.
Yeah.
And then when you go to East London gymnastics, have you been there before? You've been there before, right?
Yeah, Beckton.
Yeah, in Beckton.
Yeah, a few times.
I used to live there, right, like 5 minutes walk away from there. And listen, the atmosphere there is insane. Circus performance, dancers, trickers, gymnasts, and almost everyone from different countries. So cool. Like we have this Argentinian guy who juggles whilst he's head balancing. Like, what the fuck? Who can head balance? First of all, this guy juggles as well, and not only 3 balls, but 5 balls or something like that, and neighbor balls, and you come over and you juggle your ball.
That's why he's your mate. Who's doing both?
The bougie balls. Juggle the bougie balls from space. Oh shit. Yeah. So no, it's awesome that. So, and when did you decide that you want to fight? Then you want to actually go for MMA?
Well, to save getting arrested, really.
Did you actually
get
look
off the street?
Did you actually look for trouble on the street?
No, I never look for trouble. No, but
trouble
it just
look for
finds
you.
Me. Yeah. Got one of them faces, and as soon as you got a cheeky smile.
But you're scary fuck. I don't know, like
yeah.
why,
But
why?
back then, when you're younger, when you're 17, 18, everyone wants to fight. Everyone's drunk. Alcohol's the worst.
Yeah,
just
alcohol's.
Even if I bump into someone, I'd be like, just instantly bomb fight, and I would just go all out. I don't start it, but I'm just going out, and then I'd get thrown out with the doorman. And then a lot of the doormen would get a bit like shifty, so I'd smash the doorman or throw them back, and then I'd get arrested. So,
how many times did you get arrested?
I'm not disclosing that information.
Did I get arrested? But how many times?
No, not enough. I'd never been convicted, so because I've just been let go. It wasn't my fault. So
I literally never got arrested in my life. I don't know even what to do.
I've chat my way out of getting arrested too.
But it's like the cops take you in their car,
back of the van,
molest you for a little bit.
Nah, they wouldn't. Touch me, I wish.
Bougie. Damn it. And so what, they take to your precinct and then they question you or whatever, or not really?
It depends how bad the fight is, or if it's a lot of time they just keep me overnight in a cell, just let me go.
Really? It's not too bad.
No,
but it's all about
just like being drunk and disorderly. They just let you out. It's whatever.
And then drunk and disorderly, does that comes on your record?
No. I wasn't drunk and disorderly. I had a fight, and I was the one. I said, if they looked at the CCTV, there's no way it's my fault. It's just self-defense. So they just keep me overnight to keep me out of trouble, really. Do you know what I mean?
Why they couldn't just allow you to go home to stay out of trouble? They think that you would go back to the to the pub?
Probably. I did before once. In Bournemouth, I did.
Of course you did.
Well,
oh, fuck.
Arrested twice the same night.
I hate bar fights. I can't stand any...
They're the worst. They're just they're just stupid men.
So
Literally,
bad.
it's just stupid men. You won't see a lot of fighters fighting, like athletes fighting. These days, it's just easy to talk out. I'd rather just buy him a drink or just chat him a bird up instead for him. What do you want? Do you know what I mean? I'm not your enemy.
I think one time I almost got in a fight because I was drunk. I did a handstand on a table and I fell over and I think I clipped him with my foot. And he got on like, ooh, what's up? I was like, sorry man, I didn't see you there.
Yeah. And mate, everyone gets mad.
Yeah, because I hear so many stories like how someone gets just punched and falls in the concrete and opens their face and then they get sued and get in big trouble.
Right. So it happens a bunch. I've seen a lot of fights from alcohol after nightclubs.
Yeah.
Even at
How
festivals
much
and
better
stuff.
would it be if everyone just smoked weed? Everyone would just hug each other, and
Maybe.
there would be a lot of gay sex though.
Nah, if everyone... Nah, not on weed. I don't know, but
Just
weed
hugs.
Weed isn't the greatest. If it's been... A lot of the weed's been genetically modified, so...
Oh, okay.
That'll...
What about pure weed? Just a good weed?
Yeah, I'm sure that's all right. But I don't know. I'm learning a lot of quantum morphogenetic physics at the minute, so I'm learning that all drugs are bad, really, for your morphogenetic field.
Yeah, but if you overdo them, if you do them just...
Right. I mean, of course, in that sense, it's always bad.
And also, what's alternative? Like for, in my eyes, alcohol is the worst one.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
also
by
growing
far,
growing
by
up
far.
growing
Yeah,
up
yeah,
in an
by
alcoholic family. My dad was alcoholic.
Right.
Growing up in an environment where so many families were destroyed by alcohol, vodka, all this shit. And that was considered to be a cool thing. Yeah, let's get drunk.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
culturally
Low
appropriate
frequency.
and acceptable, and especially post-Soviet Union countries, it was
Yeah.
bad. And I was just imagining, like, if my dad would be smoking weed instead, he would be still alive and kick in, and we would have a good
100%,
conversations.
Definitely, yeah.
Just so fucking
Yeah,
sad.
but by design, I think alcohol is that way. That's why it's legal.
Yeah, of course. Well, by design, the from the very begining, it's just like a
You eat
huge
bad
money-making
food,
machine.
You eat bad food that they... Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of factors in alcohol.
Fish and chips
It's
with
bad.
some beer. Oh,
There's a lot of seed oils and estrogen producing.
that's where the man boobs came from.
Right, exactly. All right. Testosterone depletion.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So what is your choice of drug if you would just have as a drug? And also, like, I don't even want to use the word drug anymore. It's a substance. It's a psychedelic. Psychedelic sounds. I think that's the best way to. Not all of the drugs are psychedelic though.
No.
Mushrooms are
I
psychedelic.
think love's the only one.
Huh?
Love.
Love is the only psychedelic.
Love is the only drug that's
Oh.
worth having.
And peace.
These days. Like I said, recently my views have changed dramatically from what I'm learning. So, really,
Why? Why have your views been changed dramatically?
quantum morphogenetic physics.
Ooh. I mean, sorry.
That's probably more appropriate. Yeah.
Say that again.
Quantum morphogenetic physics. There's a lot of podcasts you can listen to. There's a Dr. Jer Riviere. I'm learning a lot from him. He's a really clever dude. Yeah, it's a lot to learn.
Good.
I'm on it though. Yeah, there's a bunch, but that's a different avenue to move into.
But how great is to see that? Look at generation 30 years ago. There's none of this information out there. There's no YouTube. There's none of this stuff. Now we're literally having this podcast in a shed in Amsterdam, high on our tits, just me. And we're talking about this stuff, and it just goes out there, and people, like, they can choose whether they want to listen it, not to listen it. Like with the TV, how bad it was, like, especially like in Latvia where I grew up, 5 channels. You have nothing else to watch. Literally, there's no phones, none of that. You have 5 channels, and most of them, probably 95%, is all just government pushed
Programs.
agenda,
Programming.
and what's the word I'm looking for?
Indoctrination.
Yeah, that's a good one. What in
Brainwashing?
Russia? In Russia, what they do?
Brainwash.
Brainwash, yeah, but
I
what's
don't
the propaganda? Oh my God, look
There
at
you go.
this.
Look at that. That come from up there.
English, third language, baby.
Yeah, oh right, propaganda. Yeah. That's
Yeah, and that's what we had, and like they even had a propaganda in films, like these Russian films, how they would promote alcohol. They would be like
Cigarettes, same with
comedy,
that,
yeah, the same thing. Yeah,
it's
in
bad.
States there was more cigarettes. In, like, I don't think they even promoted because we're these shitty Prima cigarettes, whatever. But alcohol was so promoted. They would
Yeah.
walk with these massive bottles, and you drink, and everyone laughs how cool that is. It's insane. It's insane. And in the same time, if you would say like, oh, let's smoke some weed, like in those Russian days, that was considered to be the worst thing ever. Because it's such a bad drug. But they would drink
Well, that's
alcohol.
because they outlawed it on purpose
So bad.
by design.
Yeah, so anyways, I just want to say like how cool that we live in this time and age, day and age. But the only
lucky.
problem, I think the biggest problem, there's too much information now. It's
yeah,
you
that's why
know.
you've got either a lot of people are ignoring a lot of it, or you can sift through it and figure out what's real.
Anytime
if
I
you can
open
figure
your
it out.
Instagram feed, all I see is like there's so much shit. I like good shit. Some of that I don't even understand. But yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy stuff. What is your biggest influencer from conspiracy? I like the facial expression. How dare you?
What's conspiracy?
I'm so bougie.
Who
There's no
invented the word
conspiracy.
The
Well-
government. The government invented that. You know that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
this conspiracy documentary about that government in Oh shit. No, I mean anything what is considered being conspiracy theory, that is
No,
conspiracy
I
theory.
only share conspiracy facts.
Like, listen, what I love, well, like, I love the idea, conspiracy about that Americans never got on the moon. Like, there's so many fucking,
it's so
and it
bad,
makes
though.
and it
It's
makes
so
so much sense, in my opinion. It was Cold War, two fucking
Yeah.
countries who were measuring their dicks, like who's gonna be the best and who's gonna win the space thing. So Russians send Sputnik. And then all of a sudden, Americans who couldn't send fuck all to the space, they fly to the space. And they walk on the moon, just from nothing, just nowhere. And then post all of these, like, fucking creepy videos. Fuck knows where they could be filmed. Especially Hollywood. Hollywood
well,
was...
I think, where was NASA located? Next to Disney, I think.
Disney, wasn't it? Hello!
Or was that your Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, that was when he goes, hello, girls and boys. Come see my spaceship. Oh, shit. Do you want to see my spaceship? It's tiny. But yeah, I thought it was just so easy to film all of that stuff, especially Hollywood of the day.
Well-
Was they had the biggest, the coolest studios. They could do whatever because there was no one who could challenge and who could go and say, like, with their phone and
They didn't know.
film somewhere and
Right,
say, like,
right.
oh, look at this, what's going on here. None of that, so they can hide and they can make up whatever.
Exactly.
And
But now the future, the more we get, because obviously their technology, they have in the military complex and the industrial, that they have technology way ahead of what they're releasing into the public sector. But the more that we release in, when you look back at it, you're like, well, hang on a minute, that looks fake.
yeah,
So that's how they're gonna obviously
but
they're outing themselves by doing that. Really.
and listen, it's not like a condemning now Americans. I think they did a very smart thing because they would show the rest of the world that we are you know the how to say the most advanced. And with all this technology, what you have, just releasing this fucking film and saying like they walked on the fucking moon, I thought it was cool. You know, it would be so funny that the Russians would do the same thing. No, we were the first who got on the moon.
Maybe they did, but they couldn't release the footage because it was so bad. I mean, the Americans' footage was bad enough. Bouncing around. Them,
Oh
so.
my god! Can you imagine the Russian version?
They would have outed themselves. America probably banned it.
It's a giant step for the men.
We saw aliens too, just to one up the Americans.
Aliens too.
Giant aliens.
Oh fuck! And it's so funny how it's like it's all about those two countries. There's so many other countries on this planet, but no, for
Right.
some reason Americans and Russians, they're the ones.
Well,
But-
that's the idea, right? There's got to be two competitors. So
yeah.
same with
So where's-
Adidas and Nike. I think the person that owns Adidas and Nike,
But the,
they're the same.
China is like fucking so much more powerful than Russia and America taken together
Right.
with everything, and they just kind of sit there and watch. Yeah, whatever. You guys can fight for your shit.
Puppeteering.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe. I don't
China
know.
just like, fuck. I just watched again the Supreme Leader interview. The film.
What one are you on about?
It's where Seth Rogen. And
Oh yeah. It's wicked,
this
isn't
is
it?
like
So bad. That is jokes.
And how did they just, when they get in trouble?
Well, it got banned, didn't it?
Did it?
Yeah.
Where? In Korea?
North Korea.
In North Korea got
Everything's
banned.
in North Korea, I
Yeah,
suppose.
surprise.
That was a joke, so.
You have to say that. Because this podcast is going to get banned. I have like 50 listeners. It's going to flag. It's going to come with a flag.
It is all your monetary gains.
Oh my god! But that film is something. It's just like Seth Rogen as he was like crawling, and there's a tiger in front of him,
Yeah, that
and everyone
was cool.
Oh fuck! It's a tiger.
What did they do to it in the end? Did he?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think I stopped there. I think he fucked. The tiger fucked Seth Rogen. Oh, and who is now? Now Seth Rogen is not as popular as Joe Rogan anymore. I think Joe Rogan is more popular.
Right.
With his podcasts, and he's so on it. He releases what, like 2 podcasts a week, or 1 podcast a week, something like that. It's insane. Just makes them.
Yeah, it depends who you have on it a bit.
I love that he was just talking how he gets high and just wanders in his house. Everyone is asleep. I'm like, I just imagine Joe Rogan in his underwear, high as fuck.
On mushrooms.
Yeah,
His whole family's
just
asleep.
wandering around the fucking house. And he says, I feel so bad that everyone is like sleeping and I'm high as my tits and just walking around the house. Why would you feel bad? Because he writes his comedy only at night.
Oh, yeah, it's the best time. It's quiet. There's no humans about.
And now
Everyone's quiet.
And now he has like his kids would come over and ask him all sorts of questions because like kids in school told by their parents that Joe Rogan said something in a podcast and they have to do that now. So
Right.
they take their phones off, they take phone privileges and shit. And daughters come over like, Daddy, because of you talking shit, this is what's happening.
Oh, really?
Can you imagine one day like you get to that point where, you know, whatever you say that's considered to be important.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
About the school system.
Oh my god, school system.
much
How
of
is
a
it
joke
still
it
on?
is.
How is it still there?
Funding. I don't know. People. Well, it's not going to be for. In America, they're already pulling their kids out and putting them into.
Yeah, but that's
Right.
those who can afford. What about those?
No,
who
they're
can't?
taking them home. They're having homeschooling groups. They're employing people now to homeschool them, because the stuff they're getting taught is
Yeah,
not good.
all the fucking also school shootings and shit.
Right. Mental health.
Getting into school, you need to go through the metal detectors. What's next? Lie
All
detector.
jacked up on pharmaceuticals.
Hey,
Boo.
whoop whoop. How they said like what they have 95% of the adverts is all pharmaceuticals. And did you know that only New Zealand is the other country who have the same, like it's legit to advertise pharmaceuticals as
I'm not
much.
surprised.
But why New Zealand?
Well, who does it come from? Whoever's in charge, whoever gets paid.
Supreme leader.
I won't be going to New Zealand anytime soon. The supreme leader.
But it's beautiful. Fuck. Oh, I still can't believe that Seth Rogen just made that film. What's the other guy's name?
That's jokes. I want to do. That's the good thing I want to move into is action comedy though. Or
Do you think it can be funny?
Action comedy. It's easy to be funny with action comedy, isn't it? Obviously not.
No, I definitely would like to be in comedy. And also, that's the other thing now, that comedy is so vogue. Like, they are forbidden to do any of that stuff. Like, what they did also with the Little Britain. I mean, Little Britain, they went quite far with the blackfacing and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I love Little Britain. It was it's just so funny. And the same thing with stand-up as well. Did you know that now they're for stand-up, some of them, they do it OnlyFans stand-up. Just because they're afraid that they're going to get cancelled. And when you do it OnlyFans, only people who pay and... so usually those who are screaming out, you need to cancel this, they're all these sensitive ones who are like, whatever, just losers. That's what Joe Rogan says, I don't know.
The losers.
The losers.
Yeah, the losers.
By the way, I want to do this like every time we mention Joe Rogan, it's, oh, hail Joe Rogan. No? Not with me.
No. I've learnt a lot from him. He has sort of some. Well, I've learnt a lot from his the people he interviews. But he's intelligent. But he's a dude.
I think one of
He's a
the funniest thing is that there's so many things I can relate to that guy.
Right, that's what I mean. Is yeah.
And one of the things I can relate to that guy is quite crazy is that he never could ejaculate before he had sex.
I can't relate.
I remember I could wank, but I never could ejaculate, and then I would have sex with my first girlfriend, and then I could ejaculate, and and he had the exactly same thing, and I'm like, brothers, we're brothers.
Your ejaculation brothers.
Jealous? It's bougie bitch jealous.
I'm gonna message him that. I found your masturbation brother.
I want to see you that he
Your
responds to
ejaculation
you.
brother.
He never looks at his comments and shit. So
Yeah.
Right.
I've got his private number.
Of course you do. Too busy. Okay, let's stop talking about Joe Rogan. He's the king. What did we talk about? It was about your MMA and how you realized that no one loves you, and then you thought like if you're gonna beat people up, they're gonna love you. No,
I wasn't bothered. Either
No?
way. It's just the control.
What is your worst fight on the street? Did you ever get hurt?
Black eye probably.
Yeah, but you beat up the other guy. Of course you did.
Yeah.
Do you do road rage? I could just see you
No, I
with
don't
your
get
fucking shoes jumping out of the truck and beating someone up.
No, I'm way too calm. I
'Cause
don't care. I anticipate people cutting me up and stuff. I see it already. I know they can do it. I'll just allow it. It's whatever. I don't need to be bothered by that.
That's good.
I'm not in a rush.
In
Even if
Latvia.
I'm in a rush, I'm still chilled.
Dude, in Latvia, road rage is so bad.
Yeah.
2 times I got
Right, but
threatened.
what am I going to do? Get out? I've had to have gotten out of my car and chased people away.
Yeah.
That's not that's by their anger, and they're giving me jip. There was a group of lads that tried pulling me over.
Trying to pull you over.
Yeah, pull me off. It's a sweater. Have you seen Dumb and Dumber?
I've seen it, but I don't remember very well.
Because he's driving, the police officer's driving next to him. He's like, pull over. He's like, it's a cardigan. Thanks for noticing. And then he drinks all the piss. Get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here. No, but in Latvia, I get twice threatened with a gun on the road rage.
Yeah, that's a different kettle of fish.
Fuck
I
me.
like to chase people off, but
And the reason was they would cut and I would beep, and they would get out with a gun.
yeah, right. That's why people. Yeah.
It's like, what do they expect I will do? Like, jump out and like, yeah, shoot me because I'm.
No,
what?
if you're gonna match them, pull out a gun. What are you saying? Let's go. Let's go, Western.
But a lot of them, I found out, a lot of them have gas pistols. They're not even real fucking guns.
They still will kill you.
Yeah.
I mean-
Can you kill you with gas pistol? It's like a
Gas
cloud.
air rifle.
Yeah, it's a cloud of gas gets.
I mean, if it goes in your eye, what are you saying?
Oh,
It'll lose your eyeball. It'll just destroy your eyeball because you get metal BBs.
really?
Yeah,
How do you know that shit?
back from the street.
But in the UK, it's not allowed to have those fucking gas pistols.
BB guns.
Oh, the BB guns. No, I'm talking gas pistol. So the ones I know in Latvia have my friends were telling me
what
about.
rounds
So
are in
basically,
there?
it shoots out a cloud of gas, which goes. It's quite strong if it's quite close
Is there
to
a
you.
propellant though? A round or a bullet?
I don't know. I don't know. But there's nothing
Surely.
like physically nothing punctures you. It's just like a cloud just goes.
Oh, just a gas. What are you scared of then, you wimp?
Oh, fuck off.
Oh no, gas, take my money. You're going to be broke for a while.
Gas.
Mate, I'll smash him up through the gas
Oh,
without him seeing.
Yeah, go to Latvia, do road rage. Tell me
Yeah,
afterwards.
no, I don't get road rage. It's wasted effort. I'm not going to let someone else affect my day.
Yeah.
Whatever, cut me up. Happy, have fun.
Okay. It's difficult to be
Yeah.
serious with you, Jon
Yeah, 'cause you're
Callaway.
a joker.
Oh, tell me about your family, brothers, sisters. I know that you're very looking after your, like, what do you have, like 15 nieces and nephews?
13 nieces and nephews, yeah, bunch. Yeah, big family.
Are you a traveler?
I've got Irish. I don't travel too much.
Can
I've
you-
got Irish. Irish breed.
Oh, okay.
Irish and Welsh.
So what do your mom and mom and dad? What do they do?
Work. They're normal people.
Brothers, sisters.
I got a fireman brother.
Mm.
One does IT stuff.
He does IT
dodgy
stuff. He's a fireman. He does IT
No,
stuff.
no, the fireman's an electrician too.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
that's one of my older brothers. His name's Gary.
Yeah, I don't have to give you the name. Just tell about them. So they're older and
Yeah,
Two brothers?
older brothers, an older sister and 2 younger sisters.
what? That's a huge family. It's like 6?
Irish.
6 of you.
Um,
No, 5 of you. 2 older brothers, 2 younger sisters.
yeah.
Wow. You're right in the middle. You're the child who no one loved.
No, I got all the attention. I
Yeah?
was sick, really ill when I was a kid.
Really? Why were you sick?
I had asthma when I was a kid,
Oh, right,
pretty
right.
chronic. So I was in hospital for a good 7-8 years.
Oh, shit. What? Straight?
Little runt.
7 years in the hospital?
In and out.
Oh, okay.
So even if I went to school, I'd come home and just sleep. So I had no energy.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's how you get through adversity, isn't it? Really.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah.
the opposite. What do? You let it beat you, or you rise up?
Because you said, I think that was when we just met. You said something about that you don't have any more asthma symptoms, so you still have any.
Not now. Not now.
Not right now, or
Recently, I had been, yeah. Ever since there was a tower put outside my house, my asthma got worse from 5G tower.
oh shit. There we go.
It is what it is.
I'm not saying that.
No,
it's
I
not.
know it is what it is.
Yeah.
I can't explain it any other thing. I'm sensitive. I know my body. That's why I'm in the industry of bodies. There was no other explanation. There was no change in
So
diet.
5G
nutrition.
tower was built on near you.
Outside my street, yeah, and ever since then my asthma's been bad, but not now. Had some frequency healing.
But how's your internet? Did it get better?
No, it's still shit. My personal internet.
Look at the bigger picture. No one gives a fuck
the bigger
about
picture.
your asthma. It's about the
It's
internet.
gone, mate. Everyone cares about asthma. The amount of people with lung problems at the moment, it's gone through the roof.
Yeah. Did you get COVID? Did you?
Yeah.
Oh
twice.
yes, you did.
Shut down the whole set.
Yeah, that was an Ant-Man last year.
Yeah.
The whole set had to go home for a
Yeah.
week.
Out of everybody, it had to be me.
Yeah.
Of course.
Was it just once?
No, I had it twice. It wasn't flu though.
I feel left out. I never get COVID.
It's because you're a high frequency person. It's low frequency. I didn't sleep. Both the nights I got it, the day after I hadn't slept. So
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm a high frequency person.
High frequency. So you've got a morphogenetic field. You're a higher frequency, vibration frequency.
Is that good or bad?
Oscillating frequency, not vibrating.
Is it good or bad?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, because as soon as you get low, you open up for entities, illnesses, etc. to enter when you're at a low frequency. That's why people get sick from drinking alcohol, because alcohol lowers your frequency.
What if I want to open up for entities?
Good for you. Then you become
What I
demonic. Then they guide your decisions in your consciousness. They'll guide your conscious decisions.
I don't know. I have yeah, the demons.
They're everywhere.
In Amsterdam, it's crazy. There's so many birds.
What happens when you drink though? I mean, you're not your normal self when you drink alcohol, are you? And
No.
if you drink too much, what then? Then you start thinking about all sorts of the past, negatives. I don't know. Alcohol is the devil, literally. Whatever it does, it's a depressant too. It just lowers your morphogenetic, puts you in a low
Tastes good,
frequency. Some of it.
Gin and
Mate,
tonic with a
I'll put
cucumber?
myself
Fucking love it.
I've put myself off alcohol so many times. It's
Put-
not an enjoyment for me.
No, I like 1 drink, 2 drinks. That's it.
I don't like
I don't
it.
understand how people can have like 5 or 6 pints of beer.
They're just conditioned to it. Like I said,
Disgusting.
I don't know. I used to drink a bunch, but a lot of the bad decisions in life are due to alcohol.
Oh, dude, in Latvia, I had the best night of drinking and
Oh,
smokes.
definitely the best nights.
It was
too,
so
but
good,
still.
but like I haven't been sick in a very long time. This time I got sick, and I remember I was sitting in a like hot tub with another dudes, as
Of
you do,
course.
and I was
As you do.
and I was smoking some weed as well, and it was a shitty Latvian weed. It was horrible weed, and then I would have some gin, and I remember, oh fuck, I feel quite funky. So I went to the shower, and we're just standing there, and all of a sudden, from nowhere, just projectile vomit the whole wall. It was everywhere, but it cleaned out my system straight away. But then I'm just still showering, and water started coming up, so my sick got full and clogged it. So next thing you know, I take the fucking wooden thing off, and I just scoop it up in my hands.
What else did you do?
Yeah, and I just walk through the door, and there's a pond outside, and I can see my mates are just like still in a bath, and they're like, "Renars, you right?" "Nah, just feeding fish." Just throwing.
Where was that?
In Latvia.
Feeding the fish. Mate, the fish will eat it.
Yeah,
Fish
I
food.
loved it. One of them looked at me there and gave me a nod.
You can come back here again. All right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man, I've got some horrible stories and some really good stories on alcohol.
Yeah. One thing what I can't stand is like when my friends change. They in a way that
Well,
some people get influenced by alcohol.
It's not them.
No. Some people get influenced using alcohol in a very negative way. They get very aggressive. And I
So
remember
almost like possessed.
And but you know, there's a thing what I just heard recently. Not recently, I heard that before, but I kind of didn't really click. Is that whoever has the most issues as a kids, like the most stuff, and when they get drunk, that gets released, and that's kind of shows that kind of stuff. And then I remember living in my little town in Latvia, about 50% of my mates would turn aggressive, would turn very. And it just kind of clicked to my head, because like hang out here in the UK, out of 10 friends, maybe one is going to turn aggressive. But there's like 50% even more. So all it shows, like the people who grew up in these certain like kind of families and certain like shit they were going through, that comes out through alcohol. I was just and
By design.
And one thing that I can't stand is like when those people next morning like, oh no, sorry man, I was drunk, I didn't know what to do. Then don't fucking drink. You know, it's like you don't know, if you don't know how to drink, like you can't hold your drink, just don't drink it then.
Yeah, but they've got a lot of traumas they're trying to hide, they're trying to escape from, and alcohol is an escape.
Yeah.
Because you're not yourself.
Well,
If anything, if not you, who are you when you're that drunk? You open your morphogenetic field to be possessed by entities.
Oh shit.
That's why it's not you. Then that's what will interfere with your own consciousness. And you let them drive you, because you just lose reins for a bit, and you're like, I don't want to be here. That's why you let everything else control you, right? Same
That's
with
crazy,
drugs,
like-
and then it gets worse and worse. So the more you hide from it, but there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. There's a lot of the future's going to be pretty exciting. There's a lot of cool
Is it gonna be
technology
bougie?
coming out. Oh mate, it's going to be the shit.
This segment, we're going to talk about some serious shit. Actually, I want to talk about, let's get this done. About the books. I asked you to send me 3 books, 3 films, and 3 favorite people. And the books you had was Celestian Prophecy. Did not look into that.
Celestine.
What?
Celestine.
How did I say?
Celesti. It's not LSD.
Celestine Prophecy,
The
right?
Celestine prophecy.
It's not it's just Celestine Prophecy.
Right. But whatever. You're just pronouncing it like Celestine.
Celestine Prophecy?
Yeah.
By James Redfield. Okay, what about that book? I don't think I found audio version of it.
No.
Yeah.
It's a good book though. It just brings an awareness of the energy system more than it's kind of shows you about religion on an energetic scale.
Oh, okay.
What is God? The connection to the God energy, God source.
Yeah.
Conscious energy. It's just same with Everything Everywhere. Whatever that book,
That film? Yeah, I mentioned.
It will just open something in your mind that wasn't there before, so you look at things in a different way, basically. So you see reality in a different way. If we're living in a
America.
simulation, if we're living, because everything's a code, everything is frequency, everything in our body resonates at a frequency. So and it's all mathematic codes to everything. So technically, we could be in a frequency simulation.
Bougie.
Basically, yeah.
Like, from the time we spent talking, I hear word frequency like a million times. John is all about the frequency. Are you in the right frequency with me, honey? Are you in the right frequency with that muffin to consume it?
Mate, these were made with love.
Yeah. Is it actually your mom's made, or you just got them somewhere?
Yeah, no.
Your mom's made.
Yeah.
No, that's really
Homemade.
nice. They taste nice.
Of course they do.
It's really nice. And then we finished the podcast and be like, yeah, but I picked them up from Starbucks. Fucking asshole.
No, it wouldn't be wrapped in tinfoil. They'd be in plastic.
Nice. Another book was Aragon series.
Yeah, Aragon. I read that a long time ago. It's the Christopher Paolini, who's the author. He used the inspiration of Star Wars. Have you seen Star Wars films?
I want to say I did, but I haven't. I've seen some of them. No, it's seriously, it becomes an issue. Like anyone who's in the film industry, they know fucking Star Wars ins and outs. When I was a kid, we would have Russian movies. We were watching Russian movies where they had with the deep content, like interesting, funny, and then it was Star Wars at the same time, like some kind of dumb spaceships and like lightsabers and stuff. What the fuck is it? Like, I did not understand it at all. And I know there's a lot of people who don't get it Star Wars at all, some people who are crazy about it, and some people who don't give a fuck. I think I'm in between. I mean, I worked on like later Star Wars but I still don't get the whole that crazy idea, like, oh, the spaceships and shit. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It's more like the Jedi Code. They're a bit more like monks. When you get the Sith, which are more like, let's say,
Sith sounds like a STD.
Sith. Yeah, it's like good and evil, basically.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. But the Jedis are just sick.
Yeah. Anyways, so Christopher Paolini.
So
he's Italian, I'm guessing.
I'm not sure, American Italian. But he based all those books on the Star Wars trilogy.
Oh, okay.
So they're about dragons and elves.
Yeah, well, you see, I like the dragon stuff. Like, especially like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Dude, Khaleesi whips her boobs out, I'm there.
That's nothing to do with dragons.
And the dragons in the background. They do the spac work in the back.
Not even looking. I don't even need to concentrate with you.
No, I mean dragons doing spac work in the back. Guys, for those who don't know, spac work is a special... What is that? Special action? Yeah?
Special action.
Yeah, that's like basically the extras. Like, those are the supportive actors who can't do fuck all. They're just in the back, like, whatever. And then someone who can, like, go with the sword a little bit like this, they get qualified to be SPACs. And then there's the stunt performers. And then very often we have these keen fucking SPACs who want to do stuff, and then they break their noses and dislocate their shoulders. On the Napoleon, we had a couple of those. Oh my god. So we were stunt guys. So stunt coordinator was like, oh, could you take these SPACs to the side and just teach them a couple combos, couple like these kind of vignettes. It's like kind of choreos, and some of them were just so keen to throw themselves around and they go full on. It's like, what the fuck, like on drugs. And some of them get really hurt. Like one guy got his nose broken or whatever, and I actually heard that he's trying to sue the production. Yeah, that's from Christopher Paolini to Napoleon.
Oh yeah, then the governor, mate.
Cool. Okay, so the governor, that's the one I heard. I was listening to the audio version. I fucking loved it. I fucking loved it. It's about the guy and Lenny McLean, and this life story is just so cool, man. And you listen to these kind of life stories, and then you're like, okay, I was so lucky that the way I grew up. And the biggest one I think for me was that that fucking asshole stepfather, who's just such a prick, like beating up those kids. And then in the end, he forgave him. In the end, he just like forgives him, and then he loves his mother so much that he's like, listen, you know, whatever you want, even though I can't stand this guy who was beating us up as kids. But yeah, really cool book. I loved it. And also the guy who read it, he read it with his proper London accents and all that. It was like really cool.
Really? I just read the book.
Oh, you just read the book? Yeah. If you want to just recap this, audio version is really nice.
That's cool. Yeah, it's a good book. He's a good, well, I guess he was good to some people.
Well, he was like that Robin Hood kind of idea, you know. He came and whoever was nice to him, he was treating nice.
Yeah.
He was fair, you know.
I think moving forward, I think those role models will come out in society a bit more moving forward with what's happening at the moment.
Yeah.
And more people become more of a community. Yeah, they're going to have to, really.
Really. It was sad. It's sad the way he was fucked around with the film industry, and someone like there was some producers taking his money off and not doing anything. It's just you wish that those people could be recognized and their life story just insane. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it was a good show.
They made a movie on him after.
Yeah. Was it good? Did you watch it?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Can't remember who's the actor.
Because he played himself like quite many parts, right? He was in Lock, Stock, right?
Yeah, Barry the Baptist.
Barry the Baptist.
Yeah, those fucking guns.
And he was also in the dog race, when they're racing dogs, where the boxing fights with Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, where he was playing the Traveler.
Nah,
wasn't he in that film?
I don't think so.
What was the film? What was it called?
Snatch.
Snatch, yeah. Wasn't he in Snatch?
Don't think so.
No?
Just Lock, Stock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Crazy shit. But yeah, that's interesting to hear these kind of legendary stories about, you know, people who like lived, like he was like bare knuckle fighter and just goes and knocks someone out without any training. It was funny when actually someone started coaching him and it was like, okay, you need to wake up and you have to run. And he's like, where the fuck would I need to run? And he would think like he's in a good shape and he like runs 10 minutes and he's dying.
Yeah.
And then afterwards he actually did start running and get in shape and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he almost died from cancer, wasn't it? Because they thought he got a cancer and then at the end...
I haven't read it for a long time. Did he get shot?
Oh, he gets shot and he got an infection. Yeah.
Yeah, a dude come back he opened his front door and he shot him.
Yeah, it was a very nasty infection. It started and then he almost died. And he was thanking this medical nurse who saved his life, basically. There was this one lady. Anyways, so for those, check it out, guys. Read this book. It's fucking awesome. Or just do audio version. And I always suggest... to have audio versions, and there's some books they're so good, but the audio version sucks dick so bad.
Yeah, as soon as you don't get on with an accent
or
voice,
no. If there's, it feels like there's no soul behind it.
Right.
You know, like this monotonous and don't want to go into that. That's why I always ask about 3 books so I can at least get one of them. Cool stuff. And then we had films. Demolition Man.
Have you seen it?
I think so.
Stallone.
Wait. What's the? Oh no, yeah, of course. Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Wesley had, what was that? Blonde hair.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy to look at it. And also, did you know that Joe Rogan? Did you know that they almost had a fight, like exhibition fight with Wesley Snipes? And Joe Rogan trained for a year or something.
Yeah.
Got in really good shape.
And he got
and then they cancelled. No, he got just cancelled. He didn't fight in the end.
Oh.
But that was shortly before he got in prison, I think.
Right.
Yeah. But Wesley Snipes in the fucking Blade. Oh, baby.
Yeah, he's a G.
But Demolition Man, he showed that I really like the humoristic side of it.
Yeah.
How he was not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
That's the roles. They're the roles.
And then as Stallone, when he goes to the toilet, what do I do with these three seashells? And then never explained at the end. Actually, as a kid, I was like, so what is the answer?
I don't actually know.
I
think I looked it up, but...
How are we going to go to toilet in the future? And it was 2025. That's in 3 years.
Why seashells?
And having sex with someone with a helmet on the head. Can you imagine now me and you would just put the helmets on?
I knew that was going to happen. How did I know?
That was space sex. Oh, God. God. Okay, that Demolition Man, sick, guys. Obviously, everyone's seen that film. If you haven't seen it, go fucking watch it, you fucking millennials. No, it's not millennials. Who are the youngest generations? Like Generation Z or X or whatever the fuck is it?
I don't know. It's old school. It's but then, I mean, it's one of them films.
Yeah, Braveheart, dude.
Oh yeah,
That's what's
that'll
up.
always be. That's why I'm wearing this. This is I'm Mel Gibson. Not as good looking, definitely not. He's so
Mel
beautiful.
Gibson was such a fucking dude.
So beautiful.
I loved him, and I never seen that film. There's Patriot. Is it Patriot?
Yeah.
It was such a sick film.
Yeah, similar to
Exactly the same
Braveheart.
concept as Braveheart.
Right.
And he goes and just like, yeah, we're gonna fight them, and just with muskets this time, not with swords.
Yeah.
I like how they just switch. Okay, what's next? Laser guns.
Well, these days.
Dude, like he's such a crazy dude. I would definitely would love to talk to him, have a conversation, but I don't know. It's one of those I would not know what to say.
Mate, I would just cuddle him. You're so beautiful still.
And that's one of those things, like, what do you do with these actors? And we've been exposed to, celebrities and stuff. I think my biggest star crash was with Dwayne Johnson when I worked in Hobbs and Shaw. And before that, I worked with some celebrities, and I was like, whatever. But with Dwayne Johnson, his presence is just like...
Same with Alan for me.
Really?
Yeah, he's a G. He's just got some good energy going on. Like, it's nice to be around it.
Yeah.
Because he's quite a joker too. He doesn't take himself seriously.
Alan is that guy from...
Alan Richardson, yeah.
The one
Fast.
you were just doubling, yeah.
Yeah. He's funny, dude.
But he's quite young as well, isn't he?
I think he's 41, I think.
He looks like 35. How old are you, by the way? You can't say, obviously.
How old do I look?
25, honey.
I doubt it.
I was actually recently saying someone I'm 27.
People always say I'm younger. But if you train for your whole life, you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, I do everything right. I do all the right stuff to look young. Just about what you're eating, really, what you put in your body. Same with like deodorant, shampoo, all of it is just full of shit.
Yeah,
It
but
just
also like
destroys your body.
one of the biggest us for me and you, we can't grow facial hair, and our hair on our heads is still like massive, and our age usually fucking bald and balding or whatever. So that's the one. And you're in good shape. I'm in like decent shape. Sometimes I look in the mirror, like I see my back. My back looks old, like looks like
Old.
saggy,
Mate,
saggy back.
So, have you seen Baki, the anime?
No.
If you're going to be with your air host, the guy, when you're with him next, put Baki on and concentrate. I don't know what you two get up to, but concentrate. Anime and chill. That's what it's code for. He doesn't even use.
No, we watch whenever we get high. We watch Ridiculousness. Do you know that show? It's American MTV. It's basically
Baki's quite serious.
it's
though.
all the
It's an
falls
anime.
and crashes and all the people like just doing stupid shit.
Oh right, yeah, funny stuff.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
cool. Some of that
that's
stuff.
good.
And the best thing what I noticed in Ridiculousness, I said to Rich, I was like, do you think they would actually show something what is kind of funny but someone kills themselves? Because there's like old person just walks and trips and goes head first.
Oh right.
And I'm like, is that funny or that's like someone
It's funny
just,
because they don't.
someone
die.
just died?
Depends how high you get. It depends.
The level of
I think
highness.
it's funny because they don't die.
But that's the thing, they never tell it. Oh, by the way, no one died.
I think you can tell though. I mean,
That's the thing. Like we had this one guy, this literally older man. Oh, he was on the hoverboard, and the hoverboard just he was on a pavement, and on one side there was like this grass patch area, and he went there and then slipped and just turned and just smacked. You know when someone falls straight. Hoverboard. Those little on the wheels. Those called hoverboards. What space you are?
hoverboards hover, yeah, without wheels.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I've never seen.
Oh my
you mean the skateboard?
no, those two wheel thingies when you just lean forward and then you move forward.
Oh,
That's called hoverboards.
when you hold it in your hand.
No, it's just a board.
Oh, just the wheels on their own.
Yeah, that's called hoverboard.
Are you sure?
Oh God, who am I dealing here with? I don't even know how to spell hoverboard.
Who am I dealing with here? You can't even spell. Hoa.
Fuck off. There you go. It came up. I couldn't spell it. Hoverboard. Yeah.
You would type ho.
Look, that's the one. That's called hoverboard.
Okay. I know what they are. I didn't really care.
So, anyways, this old dude was on this one.
Oh, they're jokes.
Yeah,
though. They're
yeah.
really
If you
funny.
if you do fall, you fall.
Oh
like,
yeah,
for
I've
real.
seen loads. You can see a montage on YouTube.
It's
just
bad.
people
So,
stuck.
anyways, I thought he
bad.
died, but then these MTV people, they're just laughing. I'm like, what the fuck you laughing? Old
Those
person
ones
just
are
died.
fun. Right, yeah. I mean, that's where you're
Fucking
at someone else's stupidness.
expense.
Oh, if
Someone
they're on
else's
it, if they're
expense.
on it, and I mean, them things they're high skill, really, to be able to move on them. That you need balance to be able to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
if
then-
you haven't
and-
got any of that, which a lot of people in society don't have any.
Why the fuck would you get on? That's crazy. What else do you have? LOTR. What the fuck is that? Mortal Kombat. What is LOTR? Lotter. Look.
Mate, you can tell you're not from England. It's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. Oh, okay. Why / Mortal Kombat is the same shit for you?
Well, you asked me for free. I wanted to give you more than free. That's how you cheat it in.
Lord of the Rings / Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, whatever.
I liked Hobbit.
That one like Hobbit. Yeah, Hobbit was cool, but the book was even better.
Oh, you
read
see,
the
I
book?
never read any of those
Trust
books.
me, it will blow your mind.
I
The
remember
book's so cool.
I started reading the Harry Potter. I still lived in Latvia. I realized I can't understand half of it because my English wasn't good enough. I was just like,
Watch it back. Read the books. Harry Potter books are good.
okay.
The book's always better.
But would
there's
you
only
have?
been a few
Would you have
times
now time to sit down and read Lord of the Rings? How
Audiobook it and train.
audiobook it? Yeah, that's true.
If you're running and training, you can do it. I mean, you should make time
For Lord of the
It's
Rings,
a good escape. If you want to escape.
I just go have sex.
Right. That's why I don't read anymore. I'm
With
joking.
myself.
That's why I read loads at the moment. With yourself. Oh yeah. I know.
Hey, no.
Yeah, laugh. Let's laugh at yourself. Has to be with a person.
Sex with myself. Thank you.
Sex
Thank
with
you.
people.
Sex with people. Oh,
To be fair, that's birds, yeah?
sure. In UK, birds mean chicks,
Oh.
ladies, girls.
Yeah. But have you ever noticed, you ever made love in the wild? The animals
Why
are
the-
fully attracted to the energy.
Yeah, I saw the moose was staring.
Mate, they
Through the
all
bush.
stare. Whenever if the love energy's going, yeah.
Whenever
I always notice that
whenever
there's
I'm boshing one
animals.
off
Nah, brother.
in the bush.
I'm making love in the bush
Moose is staring.
with someone or something.
Oh my god!
That's why the animals come. They're like, what the fuck's he doing to the
It's
animals?
just there with my laptop.
That's why the animals watch. What's this freak doing?
Oh, fuck! But is the human the only animal who wanks off? Do monkeys wank off?
Probably. I think I've seen a video.
But for them, the sex is so accessible. They just go like, oh, stick it in.
Yeah, but they're different necessities.
In
But the
Thai-
pigs enjoy it.
In Thailand, I remember I was just got out of the swim. I see on the roof 2 monkeys, and this one is like kind of staring at me. And he moves forward, and he maintains the eye contact, and he sticks in and just fucks quickly with the eye contact the entire time.
Oh, wow.
And just walks off.
That's what he's telling
And the other
you.
monkey even didn't look up, and just like,
That's what he just did to you.
yeah. He's like,
just-
oh fuck you.
She's my bitch. What the fuck are you looking at? All right, easy monkey. I'll eat you.
Oh my
I
god.
will cook you and steal your monkey wife.
Oh fuck.
I wouldn't.
Wow. Yeah, so you're saying making love in the bush attracts animals? Well, like
Yeah,
mosquitoes.
It's just the energy. They come too, yeah.
Sit on your ass.
Mate, mosquitoes eat the shit out of you.
Mm.
If you're it's hot and sweaty.
Eat your ass.
Yeah, everything. Trust me, they're the worst.
Mosquitoes eat my ass.
Yeah, animals always come. It's
Always come.
I don't know about that. Last time, the most recent memory I've got was in a hot tub, and there was birds. Just there's 2 birds just sitting, 2 doves just sitting on a branch watching,
Shitting.
just enjoying the energy. Yeah, they're probably.
I guess so.
Oh, yeah, animals. Oh, they
No,
can
I had
sense it.
once when I lived in Vancouver a long time ago. It was hilarious. I was dating this singer girl. She's quite a famous singer actually in Canada. And the first time we had sex was like we were supposed to be fishing. So me and my two other mates are sitting a little bit further, and we're fishing. And then once in a while we're just like, hey, Renars, how are you? Hey, oh, Dave, you right? And then there's other guy. And whoever we call, they kind of pop their head up and like, yeah, it's all good, let's go. And then they hide again back in the bush. And then they're like, Renars, you okay? It's like, instead of me popping my head, this girl pops on her head while she was singing. He's all right. And then we would go in the bush as well. And I remember it was like, I look up at the trees. You could see these massive trees and like while she's on top. That was beautiful. Nice.
How tall was she?
What do you mean, how tall was she?
You said she's on top of the trees.
No, she was top of me and I could see the trees. The language barrier.
I'm only missing.
Okay, 3 people. Stallone, Buster Reeves, Craze, my future self. I was giggling myself when you said that.
Trust me.
How come my future self is not in the first one and the most important one?
That's the idea of it.
Yeah. Stallone, dude. Yeah, I think he inspired so many people. Like just the first story about him not selling his script. Yeah, that was insane. I remember I read that. I was like, wow, that's a dude who just you have a thought and just stick to that no matter what. And that was even before like he could even comprehend and understand that he actually going to get famous.
On the level that it did, really, but I don't know.
He just really wanted to play that part.
Yeah, that's all you should do. That's good for him. That's how you should be, really.
Yeah.
It's his movie. He's starring in his own movie.
Mm.
Whatever you want, you can materialise it if you got it.
Have you seen his porn?
No.
Me neither.
I'm not that interested.
We should get it. Adrian.
Well, that's what it is. It's Rocky porn.
Rocky porn. With the music and everything. Anyone is cheering, give him a high five. While he's beating the meat. Adrian.
I'd probably watch.
You're gonna go home watch. In nature. Oh yeah, Rocky. Ah, fuck.
Nah, not that. Anyways.
What is your favorite film from Stallone? Is it Rocky?
No.
Cobra. Do you remember
Actually,
Cobra?
recently, it depends on the times. Like, I'll change. Rocky was obviously, when I was fighting, I would just listen to always music.
Mm.
Every morning, I used to run 5K every morning. Just listen to his tracks.
Yeah. But also that speech, like as soon as like these short videos came out, that speech where he was saying to his son,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how hard you get hit. All that shit.
Finish it.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Mate, you can't quote it. It's too good to quote.
Yeah, it's too good. I can't do the.
How much you can take and move forward, that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched him recently on an
Expendables?
experience Stallone. So celebrities and stuff, they do an experience and you can go and have dinner and they talk about their life and stuff.
Stallone, that's Buster Reeves, the other guy, and obviously we talked about him already. But Buster Reeves, yeah, he definitely.
Yeah, well, he did all the Batmans too. He was
Yeah.
Bane.
He was Bane.
And he was the first Batman, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sick performer.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I ever met him, I worked with him on a film called American Assassin. I had a scene in a van. That year I got shot 3 times in a van. 3 different films. I was killed in a van.
Did you do the auditions for that?
Yeah. And were you there?
I did the SPACT.
Oh,
I wasn't stunt.
Oh, you were? Yeah. Because the funniest thing on that audition happened. There's one older stunt guy. I mean, he's a lovely guy. I forgot his name now. But he's like, you can see on Facebook, he's BJJ, like he's competing, he's a purple belt. And he went for audition and he did like this little kata thing and he would like punch and kick. As he kicked, he tore his
Wait, I heard about this. Wait, I heard someone did that.
And then he succumbed and he just like, oh fuck, and just kind of limped away. And Buster was laughing.
was that?
Buster was laughing his ass. He was like hiding his laugh. He was like,
Oh, yeah.
and he was the stunt guy who apparently been in the industry like for 20 years, 30 years.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, but yeah. So when I worked with him, I remember there was a kind of little hiccup with like guns and stuff, and he would come up and he just show it so quick. I was like, I couldn't register how quick he is.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
But real lovely guy. And then afterwards, I worked with him. Where else did I work with him? I think that's it. That was just American Assassin. That's it. No.
Yeah, he did. Well, I was on Treadstone. I was supposed to go out to Canada. He's the coordinator for Reacher.
Yeah. You told me.
Yeah.
So cool. Are you gonna do it or not?
No, I'm here.
In Amsterdam. Yeah. We're hiding it so good. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and Buster, like him and two other stunt performers. It was Eunice, him, and someone else. They did the Gladiators. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was huge. I think I was like in high school then when the Gladiators were.
Right.
You were not even born then.
Wait, how old are you?
You're
younger than me.
27.
Yeah, you're younger than me.
If I'm 27? Yeah, I'm younger than you.
You're actually 27?
No! I'm like 10 years older.
37?
I'm 38.
Oh, you are older than me.
Of course I am.
Yeah, you look it though.
Just checking if we're recording this. Can you imagine just realize, oh shit, the thing wasn't on the whole time. Cool. But at least we had a good talk. Who's Craze?
Did you watch Legend with Tom Hardy?
I'm looking at that right now.
That's the wrong film.
What film are you talking about?
Legend.
Oh my god. Yes. But Tom Hardy says like, is it a shootout? I want a proper shootout.
Right. Like a Western.
Why did you allow me to talk about this shit for ages?
I'm just like, what are you talking? I'm just looking at your top, really. I wasn't even
Fuck you,
concentrating.
don't look at the top. You devil.
Can't help it. Look how sparkly it is. It takes my attention. I don't know what you're saying, but
You just need a hat. You need a hat from the Tom Sawyer. No, but what was the guy who was flying? The little kid. What was it?
Flying?
Robin Williams was playing him. Come on.
Peter Pan.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Hook. Mate, what film that is, though? Have you seen Hook?
Hook?
Yeah,
the last one? Or before that?
Yeah,
Because they have very different versions there.
Yeah, the Robin Williams one.
Yeah. It's good, scary. For kids. Scary shit. You know, this flying around with tight pants. Very gay.
Disney.
Fuck. I didn't know, like, as a kid growing up, watching all the Disney movies, I loved them. I never knew that the Disney really hates Jewish people.
Really?
Yeah. There's this whole thing about, like, Family Guy did the whole parody about how they hate Jewish people.
Oh,
Sorry.
Really?
Oh, shit. Okay, so, Brother Craze. Woo!
Yeah.
But it was weird, like, to see Tom Hardy, like switching from this one persona to another. Mm-hmm. But then, remember the film, was it Seven Sense? Seven something, with that actor who played in X-Men, the two types of X-Men, right? He was playing the Professor, like a younger version of Professor.
Oh, yeah, you mean,
What's his name?
what's the film?
And he was like literally switching 7 different people. Like he would be a lady, he would be 9 years old boy.
Yeah.
That was
That was a
insane.
good film.
That was a really good film.
He's a very good actor.
And when he turns into that like really strong
He's
dude.
the beast, yeah.
And I like because it's based on a true investigations. Then whoever, like when they are bipolar or whatever, different what's it called, the multiple personalities, not multiple. What is
Yeah.
Is it multiple?
Schizophrenia.
Yeah. And then they
I'm not sure.
actually
multiple personalities.
is it?
Well, that's what they have.
Yeah.
Multiple
And
personality disorder. I don't know if it's that.
yeah, and then when they portray someone who's like stronger, they physically actually change as well. It's pretty sick. Crazy
Mate,
shit. And
the
that actor is really,
possibilities.
really talented. I like him. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's cool. What else we have? On in My Future Self. How much in future? Like 30 years from now?
100.
100 years from now. So you reckon you're going to live till
140.
140?
Yeah, easily.
Shit.
Definitely.
Especially working in the stunt industry.
Why not? What are you saying?
Nothing. I say nothing. I'm just sparkly. I am sparkly.
Got to be a believer. Well, with the tech that we've got coming out, there's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah. But would you like to live till 140 though?
It depends.
I don't
In which
know.
dimension?
This whole living shit is just confusing.
This is one reality we live in right now.
Did you watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah. Right, but where did they base that from?
What about the realities? Dimensions and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very interesting how, like, I could honestly say now, comparing my life in Latvia till I was the age of 10, I literally feel like I'm right now in a different dimension. Like the things what I believed, I saw around me, the opportunities I could see, it's just so far away. It's incredible. And now with also this mindset, when I go to Latvia, now when I went there, I was hanging out with my mates who I went to uni together. I literally felt like an alien. You know, and they talk about, oh, I have 3 kids now, I have the house mortgage, 3 chins, and all that shit. And I'm like, who are you people?
Yeah, it's strange.
And I felt very...
Good for them.
No. That's 100%. I just felt so out of place. It was really weird.
Yeah.
And also it comes back to this tribal idea that we want to belong to a tribe, right? So we want to have that feeling of like we have our people around. I felt like a total outsider there. Even though like 10 years ago we were like best mates and hanging out.
Yeah, just different.
So crazy.
Well, yeah, you're a different person. Literally.
Yeah.
Physically.
It's very interesting. And then that's why like now I'm going back to Bali, like meeting these people who traveled, experienced, and you can just sense straight away when someone has a different, you know, that idea and what horizons they've been opening like in the last whatever decades.
They have different energy.
Yeah, totally different energy. Are you religious? Or are you spiritual? Or you have crystals up your ass?
The more I learn, the more the beliefs change. Yeah, of course, there's the whatever that everyone calls God, the source code, source energy, really, conscious. Don't know, it changes really. The more information that comes out, I'm like,
True.
do we live in a simulation? Who created it?
I think we just need to fucking enjoy the moment, squeeze the best shit out of it. Because like, what if it is true? Like when the lights go off, that this just goes off. That's it. Nothing else left.
No, I don't believe that.
You don't believe that? You think that we linger like a fart?
No, we just join source. Well, it depends. It depends on the belief system.
I think just lately I actually just noticed that I wouldn't even mind that I would just turn off. Why would I care?
Right, then you need more love in your life.
You
should care, really. Everyone should care.
About what? That we continue living?
No, just about what happens. Would you rather have what? You'd rather have just nothing, silence,
But I wouldn't mind.
or you'd
It feels
rather
like
have everything, like in terms of love and
I feel like I would just
connectivity?
go to sleep. Like when you fall asleep, you
Yeah,
don't.
but where do you go when you sleep? Because you go somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's why people don't like waking up, because their dreams are sometimes better than their reality they're currently in. So that's why a lot of people get high, so they want to get
No, but
rid
I
of
just
it.
think I'm not afraid. As a kid, I would be like, oh, if I die, I'm
that's
scared
good,
to die.
yeah.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah, because you've lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I am.
guess
I'm
so.
not fussed. I'm lived.
And I know that, and I know even if I know that there's so many other things I can do in my life, but you know, if it's a time, it's a time. Like some people say, like, oh, don't ride a motorbike, don't do this, don't do this. Why? Well, what if I die now? So the only difference between me and you would be like you die probably of old age and some disease 30 years from now. I die still strong,
30?
still young.
I'm living to 140.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about you.
Saying? Yeah, good.
You look like a Jedi with your.
Nah, I'm in the middle. Sith and Jedi.
Oh God, I don't know why I want to call you Tom Sawyer for some reason.
Because of the outfit.
Probably. Okay, so we're about to finish this fantastic conversation here in Amsterdam. It's been great. At the end, I always ask my guests about give me some bombs of wisdom. There's a silence. I think you bumped something. We started getting some weird noise in the back. Okay, it's quick with your bombs of wisdom.
I elbowed the building in Amsterdam.
It just fell apart. I had this one bodybuilder, Roger Snipes. he turned around and almost knocked the whole thing over. You remember Roger from Ant-Man?
Yeah, yeah.
He was there. He was massive.
Yeah, he's a big
Can you
dude.
still feel his bum shape?
This is the same chair.
Yeah.
He fits in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Not
big
that
dude.
big.
He's a nice guy too.
Yeah, super nice guy. Okay, bombs of wisdom. You have 2 minutes.
Start growing food. Give me some real wisdom. Learn to grow food.
That's it.
Learn common law.
Oh God.
Yeah. The serious stuff that people need to be doing. Really.
I really need to pee now. So give us the wisdom bombs quick, otherwise I'm gonna piss myself.
Well, I don't have anything wisdom to say.
Fuck's sake.
Amsterdam's fault. Yeah.
Listen, this was awesome. I never had so much laughs, so much fun.
Hey, what is this? This is a good outfit.
Nice one, dude.
Cheers, brother.
That's it. We're done. Bush.
Blah, blah, blah. RENARS PODCAST.